is so funny. I'm like, am I gonna regret translating what you typed in chat? And it's like, nah, it's funny.
Wasn't that bad.
Oh man. Oh, Joe Rogan's on commentary. Definitely don't regret having it on mute. All right, dude. Let's actually watch this fight.
Yeah, sure, fine. Start from the beginning?
Yeah. Let me just pull it
Let's
up.
from 25 seconds in. Or, let's skip that. Let's go to,
Oh, Sterling did get a takedown.
actually, like, starts pretty far in here. Let me just... Okay, let's start at, 2:30.
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys. Henry,
It's just like
what a face-off.
Aljamain. All of Aljamain's highlights are when he's fighting unranked people.
I mean, he choked out Corey Sandhagen in like a minute.
Yeah, that's true. But like his knockout highlights and stuff like that. All right, your pause at 2:30.
Yep.
All right,
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, play.
Your rhythms, you always get hit play.
I know. I waited. I had a pregnant pause on that play. All right, here we go, man.
You're still showing the same highlights for Henry Cejudo? God damn.
A little bit of a leg kick from DJ. DJ attacking the legs.
Hold on, let me use this one here.
DJ throwing out a lot of kicks against a wrestler. There you go. Nice little leg kick attack there. Apparently, DJ had like good clinch work in the first fight that really just hurt Cejudo. I mean, dude, I can see. Look at that. His foot is kind of busted up. I mean, remember Marlon Moraes was also attacking Cejudo's legs, so
Yeah.
that might be a game plan that we shouldn't be surprised if Aljamain implements it.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about that.
But also Cejudo's legs were compromised in 2 extremely important title fights, and he just like seemed to not really get affected by it, at least mentally, physically for sure. All right, what else we got here? DJ really attacking the legs. I thought DJ won the first round pretty cleanly. I think when I watched through this fight. Dude, the 3 fucking Easter eggs. That's what I call Joe Rogan, DC, and Anik. I'm bald as hell. DJ throwing out a lot of kicks.
DJ's throwing a lot of kicks, kind of wrecking Cejudo.
No, yeah, I thought Cejudo lost his first round. I think this is actually going to be really similar to what we see in against Aljo. Aljo throws a ton of kicks too. Head kick.
Oh!
Partially blocked. Cejudo got his hand up there. Cejudo is just like throwing nothing.
He's just stumped, bro.
He tried throwing like one counter strike to a leg kick. Cejudo's on the attack there a little bit. Is he stumped or is he downloading data?
If it's Izzy, he's downloading data. If it's
Yeah.
a wrestler, he's stumped.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Cejudo's leg kick defense is pretty shitty, but I do have to say, like, I feel like leg kicking has come a long way in the 3 years since Cejudo's been off. Like, the leg kicking game in MMA. Like,
his own leg kicking game was so good against Dominic Cruz that I am
yeah.
super worried.
I just think, like...
Against Dominic Cruz, his stance wasn't as wide.
Yeah, that's a good point. He does have a really wide stance in this fight.
Yeah, and this
I just think there's also so many ways to deal with leg kicks that we've discovered just through trial and error in these 3 years that I'd be really surprised if a fighter that like seemingly as intelligent as how Cejudo portrays himself is stumped by leg kicks.
That's the thing, right? Maybe he's exaggerating. Intelligent he really is.
I mean, dude, I love MMA because it's like we praise fighters as a genius for saying that they should mix in takedowns. But it's true. It's like that puts them in the top 1% of fighters of like fight IQ. It's so funny.
Part of it's like, it's not just that you recognize you should do it, but you're able to do it.
That's true. That's true. Like, I mean, dude, it's just undeniable. Like, I know he talks a big game and it seems kind of unrealistic. Like, oh, he's training with Yuri Prohaska, trained John Jones, trained Zhang Wei Li. But at least Zhang Wei Li and Davison Figueiredo, they had a clear through lines. Dude, by the way, Cejudo's actually kind of doing well against DJ. But Zhang Wei Li and Figueiredo had clear through lines of like mixing in the wrestling with the striking, right? And they both were super successful to the point where they won titles after training with Cejudo.
The only thing I'll say though is like Yuri Prohaska. I don't see any Cejudo and Yuri Prohaska fighting.
Did he train Prohaska against Glover? Like, I don't know.
I thought that's what you were. Yeah, I guess I thought.
I know he said he was training with Yuri, but like, there's been a long time since that fight, so. Mm-hmm. Anyway, dude, like, the second half of that round was much better for Cejudo than the first half.
Yep, fair enough. Not great.
We can probably pause it. Let's just pause it when the second round starts to watch Gracie Jordane.
Joe Rogan calling a pre-existing injury, even though he got leg kicked like a million times there.
What, in Cejudo versus DJ?
Yeah, because of where he's putting the ice pack. I don't think so, man.
That's so funny.
You don't know.
It's like he got kicked in the leg and then his leg stopped working. It must have been a pre-existing injury. That was pretty bad case of drop foot. But dude, it's fucking crazy. Like, Cejudo didn't have use of his left leg for like 40 seconds. And we saw what happened when Sean O'Malley didn't have it. He literally just like fell to his back.
Yeah.
And then got knocked out.
That's why Cejudo was saying that he has more grit.
Here we go. DJ going for a single leg on Cejudo. Let's see what happens in this little clinch situation here. Cejudo controlling this very well. This is also like something that we're going to see in Aljo. Because Aljo loves grabbing single legs, right? And then the guys will turn their backs to him to pull their legs out. Look at what Cejudo did. He just controlled DJ's head, stayed on balance, and
I feel like they're much less threatening to Cejudo.
Yeah, much less threatening to Cejudo than Jan, right? All right, you want to pause this? Just watch Gracie versus Jordane.
Oh yeah, is it up?
Yeah, that was a really good leg kick. Let's pause at 4:10.
Okay, pause at 4:05.
Okay. DJ landed a good leg kick on Cejudo. Like.
Pause at 9:45 in the video, 4:05 in the fight.
Yep, perfect.
Use that for later.
Jordane coming out. Looking good, looking snazzy. Looked very bad in his last fight. On a 2-fight losing skid right now. What's that British guy's name that he fought? What is that British guy's name? Do you know? Remember?
Which British guy's name?
The guy that just beat Jordane.
I don't know. I might have missed that fight.
In France. Remember, he just kept like clinch sweeping him. He clinch swept him like three times per round.
Oh, Nathaniel Wood?
Oh yeah, Wood. Okay. Movsar Evloev and Henry Cejudo. Hey, dude, parlaying Movsar Evloev and Henry Cejudo makes it come out to even money for Cejudo. So that's like cutting off a minus 21. It's kind of funny. Dude, Gracie, man. Okay, I actually want to listen to the commentary.
Gracie is incredibly tough and disciplined, and the thing that stands out about him the most is that his jiu-jitsu is just on another level. Absolutely. Gracie all week really didn't have much to say. Right? He was just here for business, locked in, didn't want to talk, didn't want to do the media. He wants to show what he can do at the octagon. And when I asked him about the cup fight, he goes, I wanted to beat him up, so I never tried to take him down. I'm going to be smarter in the octagon tonight against Jordane.
Dude, did you see Sandhagen in the front row? He looks so funny. Because, like, he's right behind a barrier that only his head pops out behind. So, he looks like a fucking little puppet. It's just like peeking his little head out. Oh, so funny. Dude, do you think Burns versus Bilal is gonna go the distance?
Yeah. Personally. I mean, the only, like, if it gets finished, I feel like it's gonna be Burns if anyone gets finished.
Yeah, like Burns getting finished.
Yeah, because he's chinny.
Yeah, that's the way I feel like it too. It's like if there's gonna be a finish, I would imagine Burns gets like basically TKO'd. But I would also lean like for both guys to win by decision.
Yeah.
I mean, it is 5 rounds. I like this as a 5-round fight too. I like how, because otherwise it'd be a sprint in 3 rounds.
Bilal hasn't fought that many 5 rounders, has he?
He's fought a lot.
Bilal?
Wonder Boy, I'm pretty sure was 5 rounds. Maybe it's 3. But Luque was 5 rounds.
Wonder Boy was almost surely 3.
Well, I guess it's just Luque then. That was 5 rounds.
I guess Leon Edwards.
Oh yeah, Leon Edwards was scheduled to be a 5-round fight too. Dude, Gracie, I feel like this fight's gonna happen and it's gonna look like a mismatch. Dude, holy shit, is this a fucking munchkin? This guy from the Wizard of Oz? Representing the Lollipop Guild. Dude, the ref. Look at this fucking ref, dude.
Yeah, he was around earlier too.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay. Gracie. Crone. He's a crone. What time are you at? I'm at 4:40.
Like 5 seconds ahead of you.
God damn it. How are you 5 seconds ahead? Dude, Jordane looking fast.
Dude, holy shit.
God damn it. Stop saying holy shit. I told you, dude. This is going to look like a mismatch one way or the other. The thing...
Yeah.
Actually, not one way or the other. Just one way. Like, I don't think...
Not saying anything.
I don't think Jord...
Not saying anything.
I was ahead of you in the Frivola fight versus Dober somehow. And now I'm behind you. Yeah. All right, I'll be the one reacting then. We need to be whoever's lagging is the one reacting. Like you reacted to Dober. Ooh, nice little turn there by Jordane. Right hook.
Can't say anything.
Dude, yeah, this looks like a mismatch, dude.
You saw the he's Jordane pushing him off.
Yeah. It's like, how many fucking BJJ dumbasses do we need to see that are like, oh, I've got good BJJ because I do well in BJJ tournaments. I can do MMA.
I only respect it if you're gonna like throw him in RA rolls and shit.
Or learn how to wrestle. Dude, Chrome Gracie looks homeless. She's also gassed. Yeah, man, this is Jordane easy.
Easy money.
Like, honestly, at this point, even if Chrome gets him down, I don't think he subs him. He's so tired. Also, like, there's just... He's not even close to getting... Dude, he's literally pushing him in the face. He's opening his palm and just pushing his face away to get away. This is what I wanted to see fucking Marina Rodriguez do against Virna Jandiroba. Dude, I love this Munchkin referee. He's so good.
Dude, the thing is, I just feel like he's wider. Like height-wise, he's not even like that short compared to the fighter.
No, he just looks disproportionate. Pulled
Yeah,
guard.
he's just
Dude, Crone, like,
pulled guard.
this is a losing position in MMA? I'm not sure.
Let's see, maybe he actually has Jordane's posture broken, but he's not really doing anything.
Opened up his guard a bit there. He's got his posture broken, yeah, but... Yeah, you're right. He's not doing anything. And, like... Jordane is just being smart here? I bet Joe Rogan's like creaming right now. Oh my god, BJJ legend has full guard. It's just like if you're not like this isn't a BJJ match, right? Like Jordane's not required to engage in this. It's so hard. It's so hard to do well as a pure jiu-jitsu fighter.
Doing the butt scooch, classic jiu-jitsu move.
This is why we need to make it
Let's
legal to
do.
kick your opponents in the head.
I know, it's true. Like,
Wait. Or
you guys exploit the no head kicks on the ground rule the most.
Yeah, that's kind of funny though. His most effective takedown was like a guard pull that was pretty much 50-50.
Dude, okay, here's the thing though. If you're gonna commit to being a jiu-jitsu guy in MMA, you need to be able to work out of your guard. I have no respect for people who like need to secure a dominant position before they even get their jiu-jitsu to work.
Well, or just know how to fucking get a sweep. Dude, all you need I agree with you, but also the only thing you need to know how to do from guard is sweep someone.
Yeah, sure. If your plan is to pull guard and then sweep,
Dude, who even won this round?
I'm on board. If you require an actual takedown, with top position to execute a you're just the worst version of a wrestler. You're just a wrestler who is now, once he gets to a good position, doing worse risk-reward moves. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, dude, that's the thing. Like, jiu-jitsu and MMA should almost entirely exist to do hack-like moves, where you get a benefit by pulling guard, or you climb up on their back, or like you drop down for a leg.
Rolling into leg locks and shit. Like that's what jiu-jitsu needs to be in MMA. This shit's like, this makes it, yeah, it's useless.
Yeah. I don't know. I would still say Jordane won that round. I think he landed more damage.
He clearly won that round.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be in question.
What is the commentary saying? I have it on mute.
I don't know.
Dude, come on, you're supposed to be the commentary guy. Well, I guess I'll see the fucking tweets. Wow, close round. Crone looking dangerous with that guard pull. Just waiting for that. Here we go. Let's see. Tweets are coming. Yeah, that's... Veronica called Crone striking sloth-like. And
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Yep.
It's just like, it comes from just grappling, right? How the muscles form, you just don't have the snap. You do not have the snap.
Ham snap.
Here we go, guard pull again. Jordane stays on his feet. Looks like Crone's about to slip off. Maybe he can go for a leg attack. He has a nice tight overhook. Getting punched in the head. This looks like some kind of mating ritual. Okay, he got the guard pull. Ate a few punches for his troubles. I mean, dude, I need to see more than just pulling guard from Crone Gracie, right?
Let's see. I actually kind of missed how they got in this position. What happened?
Crone pulled. He basically pulled guard while Jordane was standing straight up, and then eventually they just kind of like fell to the ground. But like Crone basically just like jumped on him like a front backpack.
Okay, so he's just punching.
But he's eating punches too. Like I think Crone's losing this position still. I don't know, possibly.
I don't know.
He ate a lot of punches.
In this specific moment in time, I think Crone is getting the better of it. Yes, he needs to take an angle. He's correct.
You saying Crone needs to take an angle?
Yeah.
Why aren't they showing tweets? I need to see who people thought won the first round.
It's just so hard to submit guys off of your back in this day and age. And that's what I was gonna say, right, Joe? Like, maybe you start looking for a sweep to try to get top position to pull.
What? Dude, I unmuted it and it's like, DC's like, maybe you start looking for a sweep. Dude, that's what you should have been doing from the beginning. He's not actually trying to submit Jordane off of his back, is he? What do you have? Armbar when you...
Fine, no.
Yeah, he's not trying. He's just trying to like hold position with his legs and then throw punches. Throw little shitty punches.
Yeah.
He's like opening his guard a little bit to threaten stuff, but it's just nothing is even getting
And then
close.
whenever he opens his guard, Jordane escapes. That's also the problem with Jiu-Jitsu and MMA. Like, the other person doesn't have to engage with you.
I know,
You
exactly.
open your guard to attack, they can just get up. They don't.
I know, dude. Jordane's a minus 400 favorite on the live odds. I mean, generally the judges don't look kindly on people pulling guard and just like piddle paddling or pitter pattering off their back.
Doing this from bottom is not.
Dude, I've never seen a fight like this where the guy has proven that he just cannot take you down except by pulling guard. I guess like Paul Craig, like this guy is the lightweight Paul Craig.
Paul Craig pulling mounts was my all-time favorite. I think.
Oh yeah, that is hilarious.
Uzdemir into mount.
Yeah, please mount me.
Pulling mount, mythical fighter, mount pulling.
Yeah.
Mount pulling.
Oh, pull, dude, he's gonna pull guard again. Do it, motherfucker.
Dude, he's actually pretty good at pulling guard. I will give it to him.
Dude, by the way, that whoever wins this fight proves their world theory to be true. This is gonna be either globe or disc. I feel like Crone Gracie doesn't even believe in like 3 dimensions. He's like, what do you mean 3 dimensions? There's height and there's... Yeah, there's just up and there's... No, he's like, there's no up. There's just back and forth. I mean, dude, if there's no globe, like, can you even think that there's an up? Pitter-pattering.
He's definitely gonna claim that he won this fight based off of that round. There, you can already see it coming.
I thought he lost that round easy.
Honestly, I could see him win that round.
Dude, on the feet, he ate like 6 or 7 like big punches on the feet.
Yeah, it's good.
And like the ground and pound honestly was comparable. He's just like, Krone's basically like pulling guard to make the fight even. Like that's like the fundamental problem in this game plan.
Pulling guard to make the fight even, yep. So all the strikes that happened before he pulled guard are like just money in the bank. for Conor.
Exactly.
Dude, Crone is gonna claim he won because he was able to dictate where Charles was won. You know, he's gonna be like, I put him on top of me.
Yeah, that's true.
I just imagine him like a Nate Diaz figure. I mean, he trains in Nate Diaz, so.
True, yeah. Dude, what the fuck? Krone looks like he's in slow motion. Like he looks like a movie character where the kung fu master is an alcoholic now, and they're like trying to pull him out of retirement.
Oh yeah, good job. It's not saying anything though.
What was that? An uppercut?
I don't know. A lot of times you get this diagonal.
I know. Ugh.
Oh, pull guard, kind of. I wanted to see him pull guard against the fence.
He did. He did that in the first. He did that in the second round. Jordane pressed him up against the fence and was like landing elbows and shit, and then he ended up just like falling into his guard.
Pull the vertical guard.
What was that? Jordane complaining of an eye poke? It's kind of a boring fight.
I mean, it's an ugly fight. I like to say, like, these jiu-jitsu guys make fights so ugly. You know, it's like, I'm gonna pull guard and.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like
Nothing.
boring. It's just like it's only boring in the sense that you know what's gonna happen. They're staying on the feet. Jordane's gonna be winning. They're on the ground. Maybe Gracie will get a submission. But like Jordane's just playing it smart. He's just staying safe. He's not.
Like, this is the thing. Like, okay, you pulled guard and now you've made the fight even. Sure, but you were losing the striking.
Dude,
2 minutes
this is
before.
no, bro. This is literally what they did in UFC 1. The first fucking event ever where you pull guard and then you're doing calf, like you're hitting him with your heel in the thigh. That's the shit they did. That's what Royce Gracie did in UFC 1. Like, man, that's like 30 years old. Has jiu-jitsu really stagnated this much?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, jiu-jitsu needs to reinvent itself for MMA.
It's just like if in this position,
A period where that was a possibility with leg locks and like.
dude,
Very range.
like let's just look at this cuz this is a good like showcase, right? You have a BJJ guy pulling guard. That's proven to be effective. Okay, fine. You have the guy on top being safe. What can you do from this position? If the answer is nothing, then I think you got to give up BJJ. Like, then you just can't do this game plan. It's a losing game plan.
The answer is nothing because like in jiu-jitsu, the only reason a lot of attacks from guards work is because the other guy's trying to stay there and pass your guard. The other guy's
Right.
into you while you're attacking.
Jordane.
They don't have to. Again, they don't have to play the game now.
Yeah,
That's different.
exactly.
You don't have to just get up like this right now. What happens?
Yeah. Like, if the answer is that you can't do anything, then like, I guess I don't understand the game plan. Unless he was just completely overconfident in his abilities. This is kind of funny, just like kicking his leg.
I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is such a common thing with jiu-jitsu guys too.
What is Selvin Contreras saying?
Doesn't want to give you any chance.
Yeah, exactly. Selvin Contreras says something.
Oh, did you? Oh, you restarted the stream.
Yeah, I had to. Who is winning? Charles Jordane is winning. Charles Air Jordane. I think he's won every round so far. I mean, Gracie has some pitter pats from the bottom, and he pulls guard, which, as far as I know, like, I never hear people talking about pulling guard as something that should be scored.
I mean, if you don't score pulling guard at this point, I'm quitting, trying to grade fights, judge fights.
You know what was a funny fight? Did you, Bo Nickel versus, what's his name, Gordon Ryan. Did you watch that fight?
Yeah, I did. I'm so fucking
Or the grappling match? It was basically just like Gordon Ryan letting Bo Nickel slam him, and then since you're not allowed to pull guard in that for some reason, he's just like, oh, I got slammed, I'm just gonna like butt scoot towards you. And then he did that and he won.
There were also moments where Gordon was like, he was getting to the ground, making off of like a minor thing Bo Nickel would do, so it wasn't technically pulling guard.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Bo Nickel wasn't doing anything. Bo Nickel was literally afraid to take Gordon Ryan down because he was going to get submitted on the ground.
He should have just gone for it, right?
He literally spent 15 minutes doing nothing. That was like the stupid fight I've ever seen.
I know. It's kind of funny though. I mean, he was also outweighed.
What happened with that fight was they did both. They did both jiu-jitsu and MMA. So in jiu-jitsu, Bo Nickel just didn't do anything. He just stood and didn't do anything.
Oh, really?
And then in wrestling, in wrestling, Bo Nickel just took him down and attacked him like within a minute.
Of course. Dude, BJJ guys should not wrestle because it's like illegal to be on your back in wrestling.
I know, but it's also funny that in the jiu-jitsu match, like basically Bo Nickel did competitively perfect execution. He shut down.
Didn't he still get submitted?
No, he never got submitted.
I thought he did. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe not. What is going on? Why are they showing the hashtag like 5609? Oh, the lollipop guild, man. Who wins?
His torso is so short compared to his legs. Dude, what is wrong with that guy?
Charles Jordane!
And he looks so sunburned.
I know. It's like, did he just do coke before this fight? He's like, I'm going to spend my $38 I get paid. Oh, yeah.
He got testosterone look where you're completely red.
Yeah, dude, that's actually probably true. He's like, I'm going to spend my $38 I get paid to ref this fight on, like, on the cheapest cocaine I can find and just do it right before. All right, what is this interview?
Sorry guys, it was not the most exciting fight. I did my best. I was in the guard of a Gracie. It was very dangerous. So
I was in the guard of a Gracie. It was very dangerous.
I think in New Jersey you guys have a very good crowd. What did you expect from him on the feet? Because on the feet, he essentially just marching towards you, trying to initiate some
Dude, that's a fucking embarrassing performance from Crone. They should fire him.
these guys, even though they don't have, let's say, the pure
Like, honestly, just fire him. Why have...
I was always excited at the prospect of a Ryan Hall style jiu-jitsu guy in MMA.
He's not even Ryan Hall, though.
Ninja moves, man.
Yeah, Crone Gracie is not Ryan Hall.
Even Ryan Hall couldn't really get there. Though. No one's really done it.
Well, Ryan Hall had more of a style geared towards BJJ. This guy was just like, I'm going to brute force my BJJ on you. And yeah, it doesn't work. Like, dude, there's just no room in the UFC for a guy with zero striking. He threw like a couple of left hands and then some lazy, like, weird side kicks to the leg. Watson, you want to go up? Aaron Blanchfield. Who the fuck cares? Kevin Holland. Caitlin Chuk. Calvin Gaslam. Oh, Jim Miller's there? He looks so different with a hat on. I know, that's what I was thinking. Dude, the kid throws up gang signs. It's like, It's like, fuck yeah, bro! I made my television debut at 8. What is this? Mackenzie Dern versus Hill, Tim Means, Morono, D-Rod, Ian Gary, Anthony Smith versus Johnny Walker. Dude, these are actually good fights. 4 ranked fights on the main card next week. That's like a surprisingly good card. Okay, dude, Evolov is up next. I'm so hyped. I'm hyped! Pour that Russian ice directly into my veins. Man, I can't believe I'm rooting for the BJJ guy with while I'm wearing my Jiu-jitsu shirt. Or I was rooting against the BJJ guy. Dude, Trojan condoms actually a good marketing campaign with the UFC. Protect yourself at all times. I like that. Dude, okay. Should condoms make like a full bodysuit to protect you like entirely of STDs? Like, I would wear that. Just like a hazmat suit. You're like, you know what? Like, this is from Tinder. Like, you're like, you're risking it. Let's just go with the full Trojan hazmat suit. It's like you strap it on. You're wearing like a respirator. That looks so funny. What would they call it? Trojan body armor.
I like the Trojan hazmat.
Yeah. I mean, they could go more of like their Greek roots, right? Mozart, Evloev, Diego Lopez. Dude, okay. This is what I don't understand about the odds. It's like minus 910 to plus 550. It's like there's such a big discrepancy that the books are taking so much of a cut. I guess I like the discrepancy has to be higher, right? When there's such a big favorite. Because if we compare it to the main event, it's even money to minus 120. Like, what is that? A 20% cut that the books are taking?
I don't know. How are you doing the math?
I don't know. It's like, dude, Movzar's sideburns need to go.
I know.
It's like,
Justin Bieber here needs to go though. I'll take sideburns over Bieber here.
yeah, me too. I feel like Movzar is like, you know that movie There Will Be Blood?
I've heard of it.
Dude, you need to watch that movie. That movie's amazing.
Really?
DDL in it.
Daniel Day-Lewis?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll watch it. I like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah. I don't know what it's on, but watch that movie.
This is about the oil.
Yeah, I thought you've seen it.
Right?
But anyway, I was saying, like, Movzar looks like the kind of guy in, like, that Protestant revival church shit where he's, like, gonna preach at you. Like, I can just picture him, like, holding up a Bible and, like, reprimanding you about your sinful life. Like, that's what those sideburns scream to me.
Yeah, the like judgy preacher.
Yeah. Tell the congregation all of your sins, my child. Repent! Repent! It's like has a belt to, like, flagellate himself and others. You may not know me now, but you'll remember me after the fight. Fair enough. He's self-aware. He's self-aware. We need to finish him. Okay, dude. I've been hyping up Mobzar so much. These are the only outcomes that will live up to my expectations of Mobzar. Okay? Because I have him really high I hold him in really high regard after that Ige performance. Either taking this guy down, controlling him, good ground and pound, or a submission, or domination on the feet for 15 minutes. And when I say domination, I just mean, like, hit and not get hit. I don't mean, like, put him out or anything like that. But hit and not get hit for 15 minutes, or, like, taking him down, improved ground and pound, because that's my biggest knock on Mobzar right now. The ground and pound is not there. And the submissions aren't there. So I need improved ground and pound and submission attacks from him.
I think he's gonna go for like a quick finish because he feels like he needs to get higher up the ranks.
I don't know. I mean, you're just saying that because that's what you would do.
Yeah.
What about Mobzar makes you think he's going to go for a quick finish? The guy's, like, cold as ice.
I know, but dude, like, I feel like this is a fight where the risk of it, his opponent presents such little threat that you should be doing that. I think Mobzar.
I just don't think he really gives a shit.
He should. He should give a shit.
His personality to me is like... His personality to me boils down to the moment when he was fighting Hakeem Dawodu, and he gets hit by Hakeem Dawodu, and the crowd goes, "Oh!" And then he goes like this. He's like, and then he gets hit again by Hakeem Dawodu. It's just like, you're taking your reputation there. You're like saying that you didn't get hurt when you did get hurt, and you're like silencing a crowd, and you're just gonna win by decision. Like, no one's gonna like you after that. But it's like, he just has so much confidence. I just, that little interaction there just screams to me that he doesn't really give a shit about what people think about him. Even though he did the thing, like, he just feels like he's so much better than you that he doesn't need to, like, worry about making you realize how good he is, right? He's like, I know how good I am. I don't give a shit if you know if I'm good or not. It doesn't matter. It's like, Dude, look at this guy. Look at his coach. That little, I feel like that guy's Brazilian. Who have we seen that guy coach before?
He was in Peter Jan's corner when he got DQ'd.
He was?
Yeah.
The guy with the white beard?
Yeah, that short Mexican guy.
Oh. I guess he's really getting in with the Russian fighters.
Because he has some connection with some of the Russian fighters that I think at ATT or something.
With, like, Sayat. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Because we, like, because what, Shavkat trained at ATT for a while, right? Dude, Corey Sandhagen cracks me up whenever I see him. It's just like his head, like, poking above the little fence there. And he just looks so miserable, too. He's like, waiting for the title fight to happen. Okay, so let's talk about the bantamweight fight.
Already, yo, I'm excited for that.
What happened?
Anik said that Mobster had to call out ready.
Oh, who's he gonna call out? Prediction who he calls out. By the way, Brian Ortega got a fight against Giga Chikadze, so those two are out.
Yep.
Try refreshing your feed, just like see if we can resync. By the way, are you on 1 or 2? Okay, same. I just refreshed it.
When I refreshed it, it went to 1.
Oh, really? I can switch over.
Yeah, the timer's not up like
They're introducing Diego Lopez right now.
God damn, bro. Even at featherweight, he's tall.
How tall was he?
5'11".
Yeah, that's pretty tall. Alright, Movzar. Love the demonic look from his cornerman right there. With like the red underlight.
What happened to the best one Trevor Whitman does it.
Oh yeah, dude. Trevor Whitman looks like a demon, like a little imp from hell. Dude, holy shit, his cornerman was just like basking in it. Alright, Tsar, the Mob Tsar. Oh, alcohol and cigarettes keep Peterson. Movsar, Evolov. Evolov versus Lopez. Little leg kick from Lopez. Leg kick returned by Evolov. We're in Orthodox versus Orthodox. Another leg kick from Lopez. Big right hand from the Lopes. Leg kick checked. I'm at 430. Seriously? I'm on 1. Are you on 1?
Yeah.
Try refreshing it one more time. Oh! Big money. Wow, this fight is not going how I expected it to be going.
I'm at 405 now.
How are you ahead of me now?
Refresh it.
Okay, this is nothing. This is nothing. Lopez should not have engaged in that wrestling. Or in that little jiu-jitsu. Lopez should not have tried doing jiu-jitsu against Evolov. Alright, I'm at 335.
Okay, we're like, I'm 3 seconds ahead of you.
Fuck! Alright, I'll do the reacting then.
Alright, fine. I don't even like doing the reacting. I just like watching the fight.
Dude, you react more than I do, I feel like. Like, to crazy things, I'm just like, oh, it happened. Movzar on top of Lops. Throwing punches. Anyway, dude, Lopez did connect with a pretty good punch on Movzar. Movzar's chin might be the worst part of his game.
Did he get wobbled?
Yeah. And also, Lopez was landing some hammer fists that I thought wobbled Movzar from the bottom. Oh, triangle. Triangle. Oh, wait, no. Movzar's got his arm inside.
He's like pulling his arm out like.
Alright, well, this is a good time to start working on your G&P. Ground and pound. Movzar just muscled his way in there. I do have to give Movzar credit. Like, the ground and pound is good. Ground and pound is good here. Armbar.
Oh my god. No way, dude. No fucking way.
It's a little...
Dude,
Yeah, it's a little bit on the forearm, right?
But only later on. In the beginning, it was pretty good. They squeezed it down.
When they settled in that position, it was still a little bit past the elbow. He didn't... Because I was looking, he didn't really hyperextend the arm at all.
Why Mobster's never gotten dominated.
Dominated Ige.
Not the way it was. Like true domination.
I mean, it was not a dominant finish or anything, but like... Yeah, you're right. That's a good way of describing it. Dude, these fucking like crazy BJJ regional guys they bring in on short notice against the wrestlers, it always makes like fun fight. If they're like good enough, right? I don't know. Like, these are the fights that are hard to score, right? Like, Evolov's actually doing some good work with ground and pound. But Lopez had a good submission attempt. I mean, I'm fine with this last 40 seconds determining the winner. If Lopes going for a knee bar here, doesn't look like it's gonna happen. He's got Evolov's knee, but Evolov can just like stretch his leg and try to break the grip, right? See how he's pulling that knee? Lets it go.
His leg wasn't.
Yeah, his leg was underneath him. He was trying to like, he had to rip the leg out from underneath Evolov.
He has to straighten out the leg himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Dude, actually though, Evolov looked like shit on the ground.
He looked fine.
No, dude, it's a regional fucking Brazilian guy making his UFC debut.
Isn't he Peruvian?
Actually, like,
Give him respect.
maybe this Lopez guy is the real deal.
Lopez coming in hot. I don't know. It's hard to say though who actually won the round, because we had some submission attempts from Lopez and then just like decent ground and pound from Evolov.
It's a really hard round to score.
What are they talking about?
Evolov's having trouble.
Lopez landed a beautiful right hand over the top.
And then the corner was like, well, then defend the low kicks. And I'm like, okay.
It was just an easy one where it's like, that's an interesting. I've never really seen that armbar defense where you like insert your knees behind their thighs. But basically, Evolov like did the Islam thing where he threw an overhand punch while reaching down for a leg. Pretty classic takedown. Evolov got it. He threw an overhand punch while reaching down with his other hand to grab the leg.
Okay, nice shot behind the ear there.
Yeah, that was actually pretty nice.
Oh, nice shot back.
Oh, I mean, Evolov caught him with a lead uppercut too. They kind of both traded there at the same time. Little uppercut there from Lopes. This is when you don't want bangs.
I know, I feel like his vision's getting a bit disrupted.
I mean, even Evolov's bangs are a little too long for my liking.
It's so weird how these fighters just like go through basic shit to keep their
Yeah. Dude, if you were fighting, would you like cut your toenails? Because you could cut someone with those. Like,
Don't they check your toenails?
Well, I mean, like, don't have them obscenely long, but if they're like a little bit hanging over the end of your toes, they're not gonna care.
Well, yeah, but then what's the advantage of not cutting them?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Why, if it doesn't make a difference, why does it matter? I guess.
No, you could cut them with your toenails.
But I thought you said they make it so it's never gonna hang over your toe.
No, I think if it's like long enough to cut someone, but still not obscenely long, they're gonna say it's fine.
Oh, I mean, I'm fucking taking every advantage I can.
Like shit in my hand smeared on. Dude, the smell thing is a little too odorous for me. if you catch my drift.
I don't know if you're talking about the thing with DC, like how like a strategy where you just like don't take a shower for like a week before the fight.
Yeah, I think that's just like gross.
I don't know.
Dude, that's like spreading communicable diseases. It's like that's how you spread diseases.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, dude, that crosses the line in my book.
Cross the line. I don't give a fuck.
Also, I don't know. The commissions might actually like stop you. Like I know in BJJ tournaments they say.
I think Chael was on the story, but he said then it did happen a couple times, but then like one time the ref made the guy go take a shower.
Yeah, like I think if the commission has it in their rights to call it. Triangle, triangle. Nope, got his arm in. Anyway, dude, Evolov's kind of fucking him up this round. I mean,
Better, but
just
still Lopez landed some great shots.
you landed one good shot in my. Oh, okay, yeah.
Clean win. That was a clean win against Aranda.
I mean, dude, this is looking like a clean win to me, but there's a difference between a clean win and a domination. This definitely isn't a domination.
Neither is this neither. This is not like a Khabib-like domination, nor is it a technical domination. I don't see either of them happening.
I know, but it's also like this round is a clean win for Evolov so far.
By clean, by
Like,
clean,
clear.
By clean, I mean he took nothing. You
Oh.
were never taking any shots or never in danger.
I mean, I don't think that's what clean means. Clean win means you never get hit at all? Dude, I think like clearly winning is a clean win. Like he won that cleanly.
That's a clear win. It's not a clean win.
It's interchangeable.
Clean means like yeah, you were never in danger. You never got hit.
So like flawless win.
Pretty much flawless.
I mean, if he just knocks him out with ground and pound here, what do you say about that? Like, it's still good. He's still beating the shit out of him. Like, dude, he's like...
Then he like got a lot closer to
Like, yeah, he had some bad moments in the first round, but let's be honest. Other than the armbar, he was never in danger. And, like, sure, his wrestling...
I guess he's never in danger is like their levels to danger, I guess.
He's never in danger of getting finished.
He's never that close.
Armbar. Fair enough, armbar.
Armbar was good and significant.
At this point, he's just out.
And more than that, Lopez was able to attack from bottom position instead of getting shut down.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't have like a Marina Rodriguez versus Jandaroba type performance.
No.
But
It's just look, all I'm saying is that he's like a +1 or -1,000 favorite. Rando on short notice, top 10 featherweight who has title aspirations, is on his initial run in the UFC. If he's really championship material, he would be doing better this fight.
okay, I mean, just give me specifics though. Give me specifics on what he would be doing better.
He would have
Cause hold on, just pause one second. I would say Mobzar's like outstriking him and out grappling him.
okay in the grappling in the first round. He would have not let Lopez attack him and landed better shots the first round. This round, the ground and pound was quite good, especially with like in the last minute there, whatever that was, last 30 seconds.
I mean,
But he also took some good punches in the late round. So that's what I'm saying. Better striking defense and better ground offense.
yeah, I mean, I don't think his ground offense.
But it's
I wouldn't
not-
say like his ground offense is low, and so he's not championship material. That's not a statement I would make. I think his ground offense is fine. I can definitely see what you're saying in the striking defense.
But I don't think.
I just like, dude, defending.
As you get to tougher and tougher competition, your positions on the ground are going to be more and more precarious. And if you don't have the offense to make the moments where you have good positions count, then it's going to look worse and worse and worse for you. Like the offense implicates everything else.
I agree with what you're saying, but that doesn't apply here. Like I think defending submission attacks while also ground and pounding your opponent, which is what he did, is fine. Like he doesn't have a deficit in ground and in offensive like attacks on the ground.
Grappling was so even round one that the submission attempts were almost, if not, able to overcome the ground and pound he landed. So like I just don't agree that with the fact that it's
Defending submissions while landing ground and pound. Like, that's...
weird phrase when he's like
Dude, he defended submission attacks while, like, landing ground and pound, right? That's just what he did.
I could almost equally say that Lopez was able to attack effectively while defending ground and pound enough. Like that's what
I don't think that those were, like, effective attacks, though. That's the thing.
I think they were effective attacks. I mean,
The armbar...
almost the armbar was very close.
What else? Like, armbar. What other submissions did he have?
Like a lot of the triangle was kind of like grounded.
I just don't know, like, I think an effective submission... It's hard to say, right?
I just feel like your standard changes a lot. Like I don't know. I guess it's like compare a different fight. Compare the Valley in a different fight, like Gamrot versus Jalen Turner.
Yeah.
Like
Like, what submission attacks did... What submission
you don't
attack...
get any submission attacks, and you're still like the crucifix position was so good that I'm gonna give the round to Gamrot.
Yeah.
Or
How is that... Wait, how is that... Like, that's a completely different thing. We're comparing ground and pound to... First of all, I'm not talking about scoring right now.
how values stuff. The scoring is a reflection of how effective person's strategy.
I mean, we're evaluating Movzar's grappling overall, and overall, he's able to stay safe, stay in a controlling position, while also landing ground and pound. Like, sure, you can say you want to see more.
Committed against whatever this guy's name is, Lopez.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. He was close to getting submitted. He was close to getting submitted, like, a single time. He's close to getting submitted here, too.
That was terrible. Fuck, bro.
Now, this is what I would say is an effective submission attack because he changed his position off of it. But like a triangle that's never really tight and then your opponent just like pops out of it, is that really an effective submission? Like, if your submission attack only stops them from ground and pounding you, would you say that's effective? Like, scoreable. Scoreable.
No, for me, I score submissions very subjective. I have a pretty high bar for it, but when submissions are very, very tight, I score them as hard.
I would say when they cause, like, when they're either very tight and you can almost say that you have a semblance of control because of the submission, I could score it. Or if they cause a change in position, I think that that's also, like, reasonable to score it. Like, if you pull guillotine. Dude, this is a crazy, like, grappling exchange.
Lopez's inversion was so good because he keeps like inverting and then he gets back to his
But wait, is he getting a better position after turning over, though? Like, I don't think his positions are improving.
might be right. This is clearly an advantage position for Lopez.
Evolov's grimacing.
He's grimacing for sure.
I mean, dude, I have to hand it to Lopez. Submission attempts were good.
Just to step back here, this fight was closer than it should have been. That's all it is. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Evolov is I would want.
I mean, are the odds... Should he have been, like, minus 1,000? Maybe?
He could lose this fight. There could be judges who score this fight. There's an argument.
I know. I mean, Evolov clearly won round 2, almost finished him in round 2. It's just like... And honestly, I wasn't watching it that closely in round 3. It just all depends on how you score, like, submission attempts. Like, dude, let's be honest, the knee bar was the closest thing. That was like the only submission that I'm like, oh, he's actually might get.
The knee bar was literally like him saved by the bell.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's weird though. Like, submission attempts like that are strength based. Like, we saw that one guy go against Mokaev and he just let it go. Like, after not getting it.
Knee bars are like, I don't think it's.
Oh, 30-27? Then it has to be Evolov.
Yeah. Wait. All two judges said 327?
No. One judge said 30-27. Two said 29-28. I don't know. I guess I would give if it's a 29-28, you have to give Lopez the third round, right? Which is fair. I mean, that was the tightest submission. I mean, dude, like, I guess I'm probably not as high on Movsar coming out of this fight as I was coming into it. But I'm also, like, not really surprised, right? Like, we've kind of seen this from him before.
Days is enough notice, actually. I'll be complaining about it fight on 30 days when they had on like 2 days.
Yeah, he had the fight against Bryce Mitchell on 30 days. I mean, if you're out of shape, I can see how, like, you might say that.
Your opponent did it on 2 days notice.
Well, yeah, I know, but still, like, you can complain about 30 days notice. Even if your opponent had less time. Dude, you know what is my least favorite talking point of this entire week? People saying, who has the better preparation for this fight? Gilbert Burns after just fighting a month ago, or Bilal Muhammad after being in Ramadan for like 3 months? It's like the most fucking unnecessary thing to talk about it out of everything. It's like both guys are fine, dude.
I mean, Bilal can still train Ramadan.
He just can't eat or drink.
He just has to eat at Ramadan. Like, all the time.
I know. But, dude, also, like, of course it's going to be worse for Burns. Doing 2 weight cuts?
He called out Zombie?
Why would you call it Zombie? Isn't Zombie fighting Max Holloway? Well, dude, I can officially say this was not a clean win. It was not a dominant win. And it wasn't even a clear win. But it was still a win. Like, I would still score this towards Movsar. And I also still think he, like, matches up well again. Like, I still think he'd beat the fuck out of Bryce Mitchell.
Yeah, it would have.
Against the top of the division? Dude, there's not a lot of guys. I mean, I don't know. Josh Emmett is a wrestler. I think he'd lose. There's not a lot of, like, scrappy BJJ guys. You have, like, Ortega, Rodriguez.
I'll be right back.
Whew. Action Bronson? Why? Irene Aldana. Irene Aldana. Prakima Durinho. Alright, what does that mean, man? I need to work on my Portuguese. Okay. I recognize Durinho. What does Durinho mean again? Oh, shit. Paulo Martins. Proxima. What does Dorino mean? Dorino. Tough. Dude, Gilbert Burns is good, but I got Bilal. Remember the name Muhammad. Let's go, Bilal. Let's go. Let's go, Bilal. Let's go, Bilal.
All right.
Remember that name? Dude. Can't wait to see Bilal fight. How does Bilal lose? Dude, really? Dude, when the fuck has Burns submitted anyone? Tell me that.
No, that's the thing.
Neil Magny. Oh, big whoop. Neil Magny. Who doesn't Neil Magny lose to? I'd be more impressed if Burns knocked him out. Dude, people are actually putting way too much stock into that win. Like, actually, though. Like, to me, that fight was just, like, getting Burns back in there and, like, being active. And I think that's literally what it was. Like, Neil Magny was the only opponent that agreed to go out and fight him in Brazil. But, dude, does Bilal even want to take Burns down? Does he even want to take Burns down? Dude, people are like... I feel like Burns has this air about him because Khamzat Chimaev took him down once and then didn't take him down after that because, like, Burns made it difficult for him. But, like, can we just all agree that Khamzat Chimaev decided to fight like an absolute dumbass in that fight? I just don't buy it. I just straight up don't buy it that Bilal should not take Gilbert Burns down. Maybe he's not going to be able to take him down, even though I think he will. I think he'll easily be able to take him down.
You could argue you shouldn't attempt to take him down because the energy expenditure isn't worth a fair takedown.
But, yeah, that is an argument to be made. And I'm willing...
Bilal taking Burns down and staying on top, like selling in the top of the ring, is that.
Well, dude, like, that's an argument to be made, the energy expenditure. And I'm willing to entertain that idea. But that's not what I've heard people argue. They've argued, like, don't take Burns down because of his BJJ. Bilal Muhammad...
BJ isn't worth, like, if you get top position, it's worth it.
Yeah. I mean, as we just saw, Kron Gracie versus Charles Jordane. Charles Jordane is not like a tenth of the wrestler that Bilal Muhammad is. And he won. Dude. This is how Bilal Muhammad takes down Gilbert Burns. Turns the fucking corner. You have to turn the corner on Burns, because I think he can sprawl out on you. But if you can, like, slip underneath his hooks, turn the corner, take him down at an angle, easy money. That's what Damian Maia did. I mean, dude, no one's talking about Damian Maia as being, like, a powerhouse. Dude, 5'1" and 1/2 inch. That's hilarious. John Anik. Scariest 5'1" and 1/2 inch package on the planet. Dude, this is definitely going to decision, bet the house on it. I think it's going to go to decision. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. The thing is, I look at like Jessica Andrade versus Misha Tate. Decision. Jessica Andrade versus Rose Namajunas. Like in their second fight, I went to decision. Jessica Andrade versus Caitlin Chukagian. Yeah, finish.
Andrade did hurt Rose badly.
She busted up her nose, but I wouldn't say she was ever close to like finishing her. I just think it's arguable that she won that fight. I don't think she was like. I guess Jessica Andrade does have finishes. Maybe I shouldn't be as confident, but I do feel confident for some reason. I think it's because of how Yan Xiaonan fights. All she does is circle the octagon. Look at her highlights. She's always between the opponent and the cage. She's always on the outside of the cage. This is hilarious. Yan Xiaonan. Dude, Yan Xiaonan, another reason I'm confident this fight's going to go the distance is Yan Xiaonan has that, like, Asian upgrade that just gives her a rock chin. Like, she just, like, eats punches, man. Fucked up Mackenzie Dern. Hmm?
He has the Asian chin, but what about the body?
Yeah, dude. Like, we should come up with like a list of like, video game type upgrades that each region of MMA has. You have like the Asian chin, the Russian grappling. What else? I guess American racism. Just like play the racism card to get popular. African. It's just looking ripped. I don't know. Yeah, African bod. Africa's just like too generic of a place though to come up with like a specific upgrade. Dude, one of the most random comments, like, after the Dober fight, I just, like, open up Twitter for... I have to stop going on it, but, like, one of the most random comments is, like, Ariel... Or someone commented saying that Dober did well. Or, like, Dober got knocked out, and they're like, that's because he wasn't racially motivated this fight. It's just, like... okay. Dude, that's why I think it's hilarious when people go on Twitter, and then they're, like... They're trying to synthesize some kind of narrative from the Twitter comments. It's like, no, dude. It's just random people that are in your mentions. There's...
Ariel does this too. Like, Ariel like gets mad at Twitter haters, but it's like, dude, these are like the worst arguments you're seeing online. I don't think anyone on Reddit even make that.
Yeah, like people... What did he go on a rant on? People shitting on Ngannou? I agree with Lou Thomas's take on it. I think that people identify with the UFC because the UFC's made themselves the most popular figure in combat sports. People identify with the UFC, and when they see a major fighter leaving it and going to a different MMA organization, they feel like that's an attack on them, right? Like, oh, if the UFC doesn't have the best fighters in the world... And I don't like the idea that the UFC doesn't have the best fighters in the world. Dude, the whole Francis Ngannou thing, the one thing that triggers me the most about that is Ariel, who's like the most vocally supportive of Francis Ngannou, constantly saying that, oh, Francis is going to go sign here for a year and then come back to the UFC. Like, just last week, he said he's going to be back in the UFC in 2024. Yeah, he says that all the time. I'm like, dude, you're actually just stupid. Like, you don't understand what Ngannou's fighting for if you think that it's just, like, another contract dispute. That he's going to come back. Like, UFC's structurally unwilling to give Ngannou his demands. Ngannou's basically asking for, like, a redistribution of the revenue split.
But no promotion can do that. The best he can do is what he's basically asking from. And apparently he asked one, which was like, let me just make sure my opponent makes
Did he ask that to one or PFL? Maybe he's been asking it to everyone. I also don't understand like the hate for Chatri, where he's like saying that it's typical promoter and like he's doing it in the least spiteful, like dishonest way possible. He's like, we decided to not offer Ngannou our final offer.
That's saying the truth because what's more likely that he could offer better terms than PFL. It's like what BKFC did when Francis got into the market, like last year. It was like, yeah, we're choosing not to.
I mean, BKFC straight up said they couldn't afford him, which I thought was true. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's spinning it in a favorable way, but they're just straight up not lying.
Spinning it. Same way, your analogy was correct. Like me saying, oh, I'm not gonna buy a Ferrari. It's not like I'm choosing to decline a Ferrari because it's not up to my standards.
I mean, I guess I didn't get the vibe that it's like, we're choosing to not go with Ngannou. Like, it always felt to me like...
That's the BKFC one.
But, like, I don't know if... I guess, since it came out at the same time that Ngannou was close to finishing a deal, I never felt like one was saying, we don't want Ngannou. It was just like, okay, yeah, he's close to finishing a deal. We're not offering him a contract.
Chatri did slip in the whole 20 million thing. He was implying...
Oh, yeah. Later on, I think Chatri, like, elaborated on that, and that was shitty. But I don't think, like, the original statement was negative at all, or, like, a bad look on either guy.
Like, kind of... Yeah, Chatri's style isn't, like, especially negative. I think it was more spinny stuff. Like,
But yeah, the other stuff that he added afterwards, I can see why that was a little weird, where it's like, he's like... putting out the statement, oh, we're deciding to, basically saying, we're deciding to not do business with Ngannou. Like, yeah, that's pretty much a spin on saying, like, as opposed to saying, Ngannou's already pretty much in a relationship with another promotion. That's a little bit different, right? But it's true in a sense, and he's speaking from his own point of view, essentially. But then when he's, like, offering specifics about the contract... Like, when you're saying, like, oh, I offered Ngannou $20 million and he declined it. That's a little shitty, because that is...
That's a meaningless number. If it's 20 million over 10 fights, that's way different from 20 million over 30.
Well, yeah, it's a meaningless number, but it's also... They're trying to make Ngannou look unreasonable, when you could just say that... You could also offer the reason that he is engaged with another business.
My take on it is... Ariel was complaining about Twitter fans a lot.
Yeah, that was bullshit. He's basically saying that they were hating on Ngannou because he's achieved more than them in life.
He was hating... He was saying...
By the way, dude,
Jan... Because they're projecting, like, they wouldn't do what Francis would do in his...
Oh, yeah. Which is just fucking stupid.
And... I don't know, I mean, fucking it's stupid to psychoanalyze a mom.
It's also...
This is why Reddit, in my opinion...
Holy fuck, dude! Jan Jordane's fucking up Andrade, sorry.
Because the popular opinions get uploaded. And none of the uploaded comments on Reddit were like, look how stupid Francis is for pumping the back. Like, that was not what I saw on Reddit at all.
Yeah, I don't know where that narrative that Francis... It's like BKFC is out of the running, which of course they are. Dude, the guy had to fucking mortgage his house to pay for Luke Rockhold. Think he's putting on shows with Francis Ngannou? Like, that's a no-brainer to me. Who was thinking Francis would end up there? Like, I guess it'd be kind of... I wouldn't even like watching that, to be honest with you. And then, like, one saying they're not in the runnings anymore is breaking news, which I liked. I appreciated. Like, getting into contract specifics is a little bit scummy. To try to make it look like he's a bit of a diva. I thought that was kind of scummy, but like, the original statement I didn't care about. And people shitting on Ngannou on Twitter when Ariel's constantly... Like, dude, let's be honest. Ariel's kind of like a nut hugger with some fighters. Like, that's just more of like an anti-Ariel thing.
I just feel like in this case, the industry to push for that.
Yeah, and I appreciate that immensely. Like, even if he never fights in an organization again, dude, Jan just knocked down. She knocked out Andrade. Jan fucked her up, dude. What have I been saying this entire time? Did I tell you Jan was gonna win? No. I thought Jan was gonna win. Dude, Andrade got fucked up by Blanchfield on the feet. And dude, her Misha Tate fight, or wait, no, not Misha Tate. What's her name? Who's the chick that just beat up Lauren Murphy? That was not a good look for Andrade. That was an easy win for Jan. Actually, really easy. Damn it. Look at this. Look at this fucking easy shit. Andrade's striking is bad, dude. She's so much worse than she was 2 years ago. She's just getting... I think she's getting worse. I really think she's getting worse. She was eating shots against Lauren Murphy. She got knocked out by... She got knocked out by... okay, she didn't get knocked out by Erin Blanchfield, but she was getting hit way more than I was comfortable with. I thought she lost that first round in the striking. I have to be honest, though. I didn't think she'd get knocked out. I really didn't think she'd get finished. I mean, I heard Jan's coach saying that, like, he trains with a lot of women and Jan's the strongest woman he's ever trained with. But, like, obviously the coach is going to say that shit. I didn't think it would, like, translate into the fight. She just, like, fucks up Andrade. And, dude, also I know this is, like, hindsight, but one thing that gave me pause on Andrade for this fight was, like, after her loss against Erin Blanchfield, she's like, oh, I was partying. I took that fight on a week's notice. I was, like, out of shape. I was just having fun, chilling. I wasn't training. It's like, at this point of your career...
I hate that. I mean...
At this point of their career, your training camp, it shouldn't be about getting better. It should be about getting in shape.
Well, I mean, I really like the GSP method where it's like, when you don't have a fight, you're improving your general fitness and general skills. When you're in training camp, it's about solving the problem of your opponent. So you're practicing specific...
Yeah. You're right. That's probably the best method, right?
You spend your training camp getting in shape.
Yeah, make it...
Your cardiovascular fitness or your strength meaningfully.
Don't
Off the couch and training for 6 weeks. It's impossible.
Don't make it a fat camp.
Yeah, like, and then the training camp becomes more about losing weight and actually like solving the problem.
I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna blame a loss where you were outskilled on being out of shape, it's not a good look. All right, dude, Bilal Muhammad. Plus 123. Anything on him or not?
What are the odds?
Plus 123.
Those are good odds.
I'll put a unit on him. I'm not gonna go crazy.
I'll put a unit with you.
All right. 2 units on the... Bilal. So, dude, you know how, like, in Islam... Oh, shit. In Islam, like, doing like, showing the Prophet Muhammad is sinful. It's just kind of funny that, like, so many people are named Muhammad. I mean, it's also kind of funny that people are named Jesus. But...
This guy, Jesus Oliveira. Oliveira, I think his name.
Who's that?
He's the guy who just broke the powerlifting total. The total for the squat bench deadlift.
Oh, really?
Broke the record for the highest.
Dude, where do people do that? Is that like in strongman shit, or is that kind of just like a joke in the sport of powerlifting?
Powerlifting is a different sport from strongman.
Is there any crossover?
Certainly there are powerlifters that compete in strongman recreationally and vice versa, but at the top of the sport, like, no.
Well, I feel like
Top strongmen are equivalent, are also featured in the top powerlifters.
I feel like strongman is to powerlifting as WWE is to UFC.
I see what you're saying, but strongman is, I mean, it's not scripted. It's more circusy, but it's not scripted.
Yeah, it's more circusy. Maybe BKFC is a better comparison.
Yeah.
Yan Xiaonan, dude, she's good. I mean, who has she lost to? She just cleaned up on Andrade.
She did, yeah. I thought it was Rose Namajunas with hair for a second.
Yeah, who the fuck is that? Sydney Sweeney? Don Fry looking old. But looking good. It's probably like 40. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. You throw that... Jamal Hill in the crowd. Jamal Hill's looking weird. His face looks different. Anyway, Yan Xiaonan knocks out Andrade. Decisions, Dern. Oh yeah, and then she had a split decision loss to Rodriguez. To Marina Rodriguez. And then she got ground and pounded by Carlos Esparza in 2021. Yeah. So... Yeah. So she lost to Esparza, fair enough. I mean, wrestling is her weakness, right?
Yeah.
And I guess just, like, good technical strikers. But she won up against Marina Rodriguez, who's, I'd say, is probably near the top of the division in terms of simply striking.
Dude, 9 fight weight streaks is actually crazy.
I know, dude. In welterweight.
Like, he should be getting a title shot.
Dude. Fuck. Okay. I'm just thinking here. Islam Makhachev beats Oliveira on an 11-fight win streak, right? Then beats Volkanovski on, like, what, a 12-fight win streak? Okay. Then... Yeah, Makhachev I'm talking about. Then, he's probably going to beat Beneil Dariush next, who's also on a 9-fight win streak.
Yeah.
Dude, if he moves up to welterweight and takes on Leon Edwards, who's on like a 13-fight win streak at this point, I think that'd be like fucking insane. I think that'd actually be probably the best like 4 or 5 fight resume in a row of all time.
That would be a crazy run, yeah. Carlos, Volk, Beneil, and Leon Edwards, yeah, that would be crazy.
Like, just think about the win streaks that all of those guys are on. I'd have to look it up, but like I'm pretty sure Volk is at 12, was at 12 or 13.
Streak snapper.
I mean, and like Bilal is in the running too. I would just favor Leon Edwards. I mean, I know we've discussed this before, but I'd favor Leon Edwards to beat Colby. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be as historic if Oliveira beats Beneil and then Islam has to beat Oliveira again. I just don't like the rematches, man.
I don't think he's in the next title shot. If Oliveira beats Beneil, Poirier is the next title shot.
There just wouldn't be that like insane streak there, right? Because the cool...
That's why I think this whole metric is flawed. Like,
I know, but...
Streaks is kind of a weird way of looking at it.
The way I look at it is like it's definitely flawed, but you can just casually look at it and be like, this guy's unbeaten. There's no one that's beaten him in the past like 10 years. That's how good he is. Versus this guy just lost like 2 years ago, so he's on this level. Like we know what level this guy's at. We don't know what level that like the Volkanovskis, the Charles Oliveira's. Like, Islam is the guy that shows you what your limit is. That's the cool thing about breaking streaks, right?
Dude, those ones kick did not look good in that. They like kick and then pull his leg up there.
It's because he doesn't care about getting taken down. But I wonder if that actually translates into technique, right? Like,
It just didn't look like good technique.
like I'm sure in the gym, he trains to like bring his kick down. But dude, MMA, they teach you to, because when I did karate in high school, they teach you to kick and snap it. So you snap it back,
Yeah.
right? So you chamber it, you snap it out, and then you like chamber it back so you can set back down on your feet. But in MMA, they teach you to just like kick through your opponent, which is worse about getting your kicks caught.
Wait away.
All right, boys. All right. Blah. Remember the name. Muhammad. Dude, I cannot show the fights. UFC has like people that they pay to shut down streams that are showing the fights. Just watch it on your own, man. Or here. I'll make this deal with you. Because if I have the fights on screen, they're just going to have like an AI that finds the match that matches the footage to ESPN, shut down the stream. But let's see. How good is the reflection? Do we go glasses, man? Let's see. How good is the reflection here? I'm wearing these glasses in honor of Bilal Muhammad. In honor of remembering the name. Don't worry, I have the clock up. We're all good. Gilbert Burns is walking out, back-to-back wins, third most armbar subs in UFC history, 6 wins by knockout and 9 by submission. Dude, do the glasses work? Do the glasses work to respect Bilal, to honor Bilal? Let's see. Nothing's even happening right now. All right, there we go. Gilbert Burns, Gilbert Dorino, which I think just means tough. I'm just wearing sunglasses. Anyone that's working for the UFC in here, I'm just wearing sunglasses and watching the fight because the lights are bright around here. Okay, so we have Gilbert Burns versus Bilal Muhammad. How I see the fight going down. Bilal Muhammad, decision. Let's go. Or he might TKO Burns. But I don't think Burns is going to win. Burns has good striking, but his striking is like blasting out overhand rights and lefts. His grappling is good, but he doesn't really... Like, he wrestle-fucked Tyron Woodley, which was really good, and he wrestle-fucked Neil Magny. I just don't see that happening against Bilal Muhammad. I think if Bilal Muhammad aggressively wrestles him, comes out and wrestles him, he's going to be in, like, pretty good shape. Alright, there's my boy, Bilal. Bilal Muhammad. There ain't no easy way, Bilal. Let's go! Dude, these two fights, we've had some fun ones. We've had some fun fights, but these are the two, main and co-main, that I'm hyped for. Is that Bilal's brother? They look kind of similar. Bilal Muhammad's ankle has been a little bit suspect, right? I'm gonna clean these off really quick. Dude, I like Burns, but I don't care who wins. Okay, Dan's Diesel. Tell me why you like Gilbert Burns. Because I was talking about it with my co-host, and I think Gilbert Burns is a really nice guy. I think he trains hard, he fights hard, but I don't think his fights are particularly exciting. And I just think he's kind of a boring personality. Like, I'm not enthralled in all of his interviews. He's just a workhorse, right? But he says all the same things that every other fighter says. And his fighting style isn't, like, super exciting. Like, he cracked Masvidal with a couple of good shots, but he didn't, like, finish him. He didn't have... I guess his fight against Hamzat was fun, but that was mostly Hamzat, right? Alright, dude, we're doing the glasses. To respect Bilal, to pay homage to Bilal. And to give our viewers a little bit of a reflection of what's happening.
I'm rooting for Bilal solely because I think he gets hated on a bit too much.
I'm rooting for Bilal just because I think he's... I guess I agree with you. I think people underrate him, and I also think he's just better than Gilbert Burns.
No, who you're rooting for? Not about who you to win.
I'm rooting for Bilal because I think he's better. I'm rooting for myself. I'm rooting for my analysis to work.
Fine.
No, dude, I'm rooting for Bilal just so I can see Gilbert Burns' kids disappointed. I'm sick of kids being brought to the fight and then having fun. I'm with Izzy. Traumatize the children.
Dude, that was bullshit. You didn't get traumatized. That's little shit. I feel like, whatever. He was talking shit before.
Dude, he was Dude, but did Alex Behera point at Izzy's brother when Izzy's brother was crying and make fun of him? No? Izzy's brother was traumatized when Izzy got knocked out. He was crying.
In the first fight? No, but sure, but Alex Pereira's son was mocking Izzy.
Yeah, so
Izzy can mock him back.
So, dude, kids shit in diapers. Adults don't need to shit in diapers back to like get revenge on them.
That's not revenge. That's not revenge.
It is if they need to change you. If you're old, I guess they kind of do.
In that case, they do. Yeah.
Dan's Diesel says he has heart, will fight anyone, just a true fighter. Okay, I'll agree with you there. Gilbert Burns.
Yep.
I'm actually really impressed he fought Bilal Muhammad.
That's my favorite. I like Gilbert Burns for that.
I mean, I think that's really the only reason people like Gilbert Burns, right? Like,
I think so. I think his fight's better.
he's not blowing up the internet with any of his interviews that he does. I think Bilal just has, like, a bit more of a personality to him. I mean, he has a chip on his shoulder for sure. Maybe that's just his personality. The no-nonsense Keith Peterson and Brittany Palmer. Dude. Oh, yeah, you're right. No, that's Brittany Palmer. Oh, dude, fuck, it's happening! The fight's starting!
450, by the way.
Alright, you're like 2 or 3 seconds ahead of me. I'll try to resync during the round.
No, don't. I said it like a second premature. Like a second part.
Alright, I'm at 4:39, 8, 7, 6.
Okay, yeah, fine. I'm 2 seconds ahead.
Dude, that's a straight punch from Gilbert Burns. A rare straight punch. Missed. It missed.
I missed, but I threw it.
He threw it. I gotta give him credit for that. Bilal pressuring. Love the pressure from Bilal here. Gilbert Burns can, like,
I love the pressure from Bilal.
dude, I mean, Gilbert Burns can explode at any point and land punches, but it just makes him hard. It makes it harder for him if he's getting pressured backwards. But to be fair, neither guy's really pressuring each other. Neither guy's really pressuring the other one too much. You know, they always show Gilbert Burns doing that, like, exercise where he's, like, pushing and pulling, like, levies.
Yeah.
Or levers. Yeah. I feel like that's his defense in fighting. You're like... That's a nice little blitz-in hand from Bilal there. Yeah. Bilal's doing a nice little dart in with that left straight. I guess that's just a jab. With the where he steps and throws his left hand in a straight fashion. But the thing is, Bilal switches stances so much. It's hard to say, like, jab or not.
Lead orthodox left straight.
Yeah. Bilal really does switch stances, though, so...
Okay.
What? Yeah, I mean, nothing really happened there. He caught the kick, I guess. Gilbert Burns is landing good leg kicks on Bilal. That's going to be an issue that Bilal's going to have to address. Although, he did just, like, fight Diego Lima, and Lima was fucking up his legs, and he just, like, decided to say fuck it and not deal with it at all. So, Bilal just got leg kicked by Diego Lima. Granted, it was a 3-round fight, but he's just like, nah, I'll just eat the leg kicks, which is a decision some fighters can make, like, if they're having success in other areas. That's a good body kick by Bilal right there. Burns' striking, in terms of his hands, just seems to be completely ineffective. And yeah, like, a takedown from Burns there, Bilal up immediately. I don't see Burns having a lot of success being, like, aggressively wrestling. Unless, dude, the one area of success I see Burns having is if he can just grind Bilal up against the cage. In wrestling, right? I don't think he's going to, like, have good top control or anything like that. Anyway, man, how's this fight playing out compared to your prediction?
I felt like it was mostly going to be meaningless exchanges on the feet, and that's kind of what happened.
Yeah, I agree.
The quick takedown is exactly what I thought would happen if there was any takedown.
Gilbert Burns shooting first, surprisingly. What do you think? Just mixing in the wrestling or getting a little bit concerned on the feet?
Mixing in the wrestling, and he saw a good opening for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice.
Oh my god, the jab from Bilal. I mean,
the jab hurting Gilbert's weak kick.
yeah.
Like, literally,
Exactly, dude. That's what we said. That's what our prediction was, right? The one thing is,
our analysis for this fight has been playing out perfectly.
dude, the one problem Bilal's gonna have to deal with is he can't just start rolling downhill like he did against Brady. Because Burns still has power even when he's hurt.
Yeah.
Dude, Bilal snapping out that jab whenever Burns throws a kick has been money, man. I think Bilal's cleanly winning this round.
Yeah.
Like, it just looks like Burns has nothing for him on the feet unless Bilal gets careless and...
We have to update our vernacular here.
Clearly. What the fuck was that? Dude, Burns' striking is the most overrated bullshit I've ever... Like, people that are like, Burns outstruck Masvidal and he's gonna outstrike Bilal.
Dude, no way. What are people thinking if they saw that? Like, that was the shittiest striking I've seen. They just said Masvidal was also shit.
Yeah, I know. 10-9 Bilal. Yeah, I don't think Burns has anything for Bilal. Holy shit, dude, I can't talk. I don't think Burns has anything for Bilal anywhere in this fight except for catching Bilal if Bilal gets careless.
Yeah, but once you start talking about, like,
I mean, that's what overhand bombs are, though. You have to, like, you can't really set those up. You can't, like, counter strike with overhand rights. You can rope a dope. You can do what Izzy did against Pereira and just, like, get backed up against the cage and then just blast out a bomb. I still don't think you can, though, because if you feint, they're going to go into defensive mode. You can't land. I know. Honestly, though, Burns' leg kicks are good. I think Burns' leg kicks have been his best weapon in this fight so far. I don't think the round was close.
He was gonna win even without that last minute.
Yeah. I just think, like, the body kicks from Bilal, the jabs.
And his understanding of distance is just better. Like, look at this. Bilal throws a body kick. Gilbert tries to counter with a leg kick.
Yeah, with a leg kick.
But by the time that happened, Bilal was already too far in.
That was a good right hand that Burns landed. What is this, body strikes? 9-4? Output is low, but... Dude, body kicks are overpowered. Body kicks are... Yeah, because... Because, dude, you can't really block body kicks. It still just fucking hurts you. I really think kicking is OP in MMA. Is he?
Yeah.
I've no interest in watching that. I don't think I've ever watched a Canelo fight.
I watch highlights.
Yeah. 3 minutes left.
Yeah, I'm at 3 minutes now.
Okay. All right. Is Burns getting fucked up this fight or not? Man, is this fight over? Like, who's...
They're talking about how the body kicks are hurting Burns' arm. I don't know.
Dude, that's just classic Rogan. He's hurt. He's hurt.
Like, he wasn't saying that. He was saying in general.
Why, is he saying, like, his arm is broken or something? Or is he just hurt?
No, he's just saying in general. To his credit, he wasn't saying that. He was saying, like, in general, you can't block body kicks with your arms too much. Like, kind of like what you were saying.
Yeah. I'd like to see more leg kicks from Bilal. I think, like, slowing down Burns' movement.
It
No.
either hits his arm, and like, it's getting to the point where Burns is avoiding it, blocking it with his arm, and
Yeah.
it hit him.
I know. But
Corner with a leg kick, because Bilal is like too far close.
yeah, those leg kick counters are really just dumb. The thing is, those body kicks are really nice. They're gonna take their toll, but I do think hurting Burns' legs is invaluable. About just slowing down his movement. Like, again, man, I think the only way Burns wins.
The way I see it, you keep going to what's working until it stops. Body kicks are working, land your body.
I know, but if you can help the body kicks land a little bit more by changing up targets, then it's just money. But it is working, dude. Like, he knocked Burns down with a body kick at the end of round 1. He just landed on those same ribs, the same exact spot, and almost knocked Burns down again. Dude, he's like countering Burns with body kicks. He's like countering when Burns moves forward with body kicks. It's crazy.
His jab and his body kick.
Perfect. Also, it looks like Burns' output has been historically low. Like, I just think this is what... Dude, is this... True, I know. That's why, like... I'm not gonna talk about that, dude. I'm not gonna talk about who are the better circumstances coming into this fight. But what I do want to say is this not the same exact Burns we saw against Usman like 3 years ago? Just shut down when he's face up against a superior fighter, like a.
Shut down by anyone who has distance management.
He's got distance management and he's got wrestling. That just like stumps Burns. Like, let's take a look at who Burns has beaten. Wonderboy. He beat Wonderboy in shitty grappling. The grappling was fucking shitty. And he got fucked up on the feet by Wonderboy too. Dude, just easy scramble. Was that a highlight from Burns? Because that was not a good highlight.
I know. The second highlight they showed was like, oh, what are we watching?
Neither of those highlights were good. I think Bilal is up too right now. Dude, Burns just looks disheartened. He looks like he did against Usman. He looks like he does... Like, dude, Masvidal, he was able to outstrike. I'm going to grant him that. I guess he also out-wrestled Masvidal. Wonderboy, he was not able to outstrike, but he was able to out-wrestle. Who else did he fight? Magny, he out-wrestled. Woodley, he out-wrestled. It's just like... He's a simple guy, and he can't... I don't know. It just feels to me like Bilal is better striking and wrestling.
Yeah.
I do have to say... Dude, okay, this is a little anecdote to describe how fucking high on Gilbert Burns a lot of MMA media was. Luke Thomas said something like, I don't think Burns is better enough, like better than Bilal enough, that if he has an absolutely horrible weight cut, he can still win. He's saying like Burns is really better than Bilal, but he's not so much better that if he's just like dying on the scales, he can still win.
What kind of milquetoast take is this?
Well, it's not even really a milquetoast take because it's essentially saying like if Burns has a horrible... What's this guy saying? He's basically saying this. He's saying like we should favor Burns so much that it's even in the conversation that he'll still beat Bilal if he's like basically dead. Like that's essentially like what he was saying. So dude, I thought this fight's going kind of how I thought it would, except I did think Bilal would be mixing in his wrestling way more. I thought it'd be more of like a Luque type performance, where he's ducking underneath.
I feel like the pro's probably part of his plan going in, but given the success he's had in the striking...
Well, also just Burns isn't throwing anything out. Like, Burns' output is...
Look at his eyes. He's just looking at Bilal's hips.
Dude, Burns is... I don't know, man. I don't know. Burns is only throwing leg kicks. This is kind of crazy. What do we got in the chat? Shrug cuts...
When they're looking for takedowns, because they don't know how to both strike with their hands and look for takedown openings with their hands. They use their lower body to strike.
Dude, you might have cracked the case.
It's just, I mean, it's legitimately would be really hard. Think about it. You're visualizing yourself shooting for someone's hips with your hands first, but then you're also trying to punch them in the head. It's just fucking hard.
It's the it's basically like the symptom of not being able to flow properly, right?
Yeah.
Like when you get guys like Cejudo and Islam, it's all the same thing. They don't have striking and wrestling.
I'm in takedown mode now. No,
Yeah.
what the flow? Yeah.
They don't have it in two different modes in their head.
And that's the difficulty of mixed
Dude.
striking with wrestling.
Fuck.
It's so much easier said than
I
done.
feel so vindicated this fight.
I know, this fight nailed.
Did you see that overhand right that Burns threw? He just like blitzed out through an overhand right. It's like the one punch that he knows how to throw. Like his striking is just so rudimentary. It boggles my mind. I'm gonna fucking record. I'm gonna go back and record everyone that's like talking stupid shit. Like everyone was picking Burns this fight, and he doesn't look good. And you know what's kind of the surprising thing? The odds were even, and the MMA media was still with Burns.
I don't know why. I just really am surprised by like. Yeah, I mean, Burns is just like a fan favorite, man. People don't like Wall.
It's so crazy that
He strikes. Burns is going full windmill mode, man.
he's going full windmill mode, but he's not even windmilling with both hands. He's only going like this. Like this is, dude, this is gonna sound sexist as fuck, but like, and like especially coming after the Yan Xiaonan fight where she actually fucked up Andrade, but this is like women's MMA level striking, and I'm only saying that to say that it's like 15 years behind where it should be. It's just kind of a little bit embarrassing. Like I don't know, man. I'm kind of getting secondhand embarrassment from Burns here. Again, I'm not gonna say it's done, but I'm gonna go back to what I've been saying since round one. The only way he wins this is by catching Bilal. That's the only way he wins.
He didn't even land like overhand right a few times. They haven't been flushed, but
Bilal's been pulling away from them even when they've landed, so like he's eating them well.
that's been flushed.
But also Bilal's been like pulling away from them and getting away from them because you're right, his distance management is really good. 3-0, baby. That's a Bilal win right there.
Some attributes of that is hard to pinpoint, but Bilal, kind of like Khabib in that he has fast eyes. You see
Yeah, that's a good call.
range really easily, and just out of range, just as much as he needs to. And he's also really good at
Hold on. I want to hear the corner talk.
Listen, Q, you need to double up the right hand. If you double it up, every time you lift the right hand, follow with the left kick.
Every time you hit with the right hand, follow the left kick, twice around.
Well, dude, he's saying you need to double up the right hand. That's what he's been doing. He goes like this.
And that's it. The right kick bounces the left kick to the body. You can throw it. Come on, hey, give me some energy. 2 rounds, fight.
Dude, Burns just got shut down. Like this is his limit, man.
That was a weird corner fight. So the corner fight is like game plan around the overhand right and then the overhand.
I know. You know that punch that you've cut like grazed Bilal with 3 times in the last 15 minutes? I want you to build your entire game plan around it. But throw it twice. If you throw it twice, that'll work. Dude, Joe Rogan saying he seems dejected. That's so funny. To be fair to Gilbert Burns, I don't know whether this is like an excuse or a knock on him. He did say like, oh, I don't feel the butterflies. I'm not feeling the butterflies. And it just doesn't look like he's... I mean, I know why this is the case, but it doesn't look like he's really like ever got in gear. But I know why. It's just like Bilal's preventing him from doing that, right? Oh my god, dude. The fucking commentary's so biased. He throws an overhand right, whiffs, throws a jab with his right hand, and Anik's like, oh, big right hand for Burns! That's actually crazy. Are you talking about what Bilal's doing? Look at Gilbert's lip and nose. It's just swollen and bloody. It's oozing blood. Like, how many guys... Dude, you know what's the most crazy thing I've heard? Weasel is becoming unhinged for me. After Pavlovich knocked out Blades, he's like, he has to fight Gon to see who's the #1 contender. And when this fight was made, he's like, whoever wins, he's like, if Bilal wins this, he needs to fight Shavkat to fight for the belt next.
I mean, it's only the only argument for that is just because Shavkat's also up there, but like, you're looking at a 10-fight win streak after this.
I know, dude. It's so
10-fight win
crazy.
streak, coming off of a win over Gilbert Burns.
Gilbert. He just gave him a Gilbortion. They call me Planned Parenthood. Because I just gave you a Gilbortion. Dude, I've come up with some good ones, man. Aljamain Sterling. Oh, takedown. Oh, Gilbert. That was cute. Ooh, that was a big right hand. That was probably his best strike that landed the entire fight. But sadly, it was his only strike that's landed the entire fight. So Bilal can still eat it. Dude, what is going on with the commentary? They're like, Gilbert Burns just landed a personal... Okay, whatever. He is landing good leg kicks.
Second round,
Huh? What are they talking about?
Joe Rogan was like, Gilbert thought, or I think it was talking about Gilbert, he was like, at the end of the third round, Gilbert thought it was the end of the second round.
Oh, I don't care. Dude, what is Gilbert Burns doing, man? He's just like... hiding? He's just shelling up? He's not even moving? I know, man. This is just a very rudimentary game plan from Gilbert. Like... I know. It's just like when he's up against guys that can stop his takedowns and outstrike him, he shuts down. What happened in the Usman fight? He landed one big punch and then just stopped that fight. Everyone's like, what the fuck was that? It was so weird. But I think we're just seeing that, like, Gilbert does not have he really does. He has striking, and then his second gear is grappling. He does not have a third gear, which is fine. He's just not a championship level fighter. Definitely, like, top 5. He's going to beat a lot of guys. He's a good gatekeeper, I guess. Just eating. Dude, this is the shit that, like, causes me concern. Gilbert Burns just backing up, not doing anything. Just blocking shots on his guard. Dude, don't say, oh. Alright.
It's surprising when Gilbert lands. I'm like, oh, wait, he landed something? Oh.
Surprising when he throws a punch. It's kind of funny. This is like Gilbert's best round, and I still think he's losing. Ten seconds left. Let's see if Belahal can do something here.
Yeah, even you can say it's 4-0.
Yeah, I think it's 4-0. I mean, Gilbert landed good leg kicks. He did land good leg kicks here, don't get me wrong. And then he landed two punches. While Bilal was just slamming kicks and punches into his guard for the rest of the fight.
I mean, I still think Bilal wins.
Yeah, I think he won it. It's... That wasn't even a shot that landed, dude. It hit Bilal's shoulder. Am I wrong?
I think the frame attached.
Dude, it literally clipped Bilal's shoulder and, like, didn't even land on Bilal. Commentary is just, like... I don't know. Anyway, this will be interesting. And they showed some highlights for Bilal. Okay, dude, this is interesting. We've never seen Gilbert in the 5th round when he's down before. Right? Let's see if he has another gear that he can go into. I think he like picked up the pace with the leg kicks in the 4th round, but he shut down again. He shut down again like a minute into that round. Let's see what he's got. You know, I think Bilal could end his combinations in leg kicks But like just throwing out naked leg kicks is kind of asking to get countered by a guy like Gilbert. So I'm not.
Well, take it slow this round. Stay safe.
I'm just saying, like, if I was gonna game plan, I would say maybe throw leg kicks. Dude, holy shit, Gilbert's wrestling is trash. Can we be, like, it's so bad, dude.
It's not even like we're seeing stellar takedown defense by Muhammad. Just like he stuffs the head and pushes away.
He just, like, gets his balance and then pushes you. He's not even, like, sprawling. I guess he's, like, popping his hips back. Dude, look at this. Like, Gilbert, counter-strike here, my man. You have Bilal. You know when Bilal's going to throw because you're, like, giving him looks that trigger him throwing. Look at this. Look at this, man. Bilal's just, like, actually navigating this fight beautifully, right?
Yeah, no, Bilal. That's the thing with Bilal. He's cerebral enough to know the state of the fight and how to fight at the result.
Okay, dude. What's going to be the narrative? What is going to be the narrative after this fight? Bilal is way better than we all thought. Bilal got lucky because Burns cut weight a second time. Or Burns is worse than we thought.
It's gonna be weight cut. It's gonna be.
I think it's just going to be like... I think it's just going to be like, oh, well, that was a fluke. I honestly think that's what it's going to be.
That's like the worst version of it.
I think it's just going to be like, that was surprising, but Bilal still sucks ass. It's like he just caught Burns on a bad night. I think that's what we're going to get. Oh, he did a switch kick there. Oh, old Gilbert. I want Bilal to end the fight with a takedown. But he just doesn't need to. Bilal's just like fought a perfect fight, man. Perfect
Also,
fight.
Dude, I actually hate this guard in MMA because Gilbert's guard's been split every time he does it.
It's literally the worst guard. That guard,
Because, dude, Bilal's straight punch is too good. He just punches right through it.
dude, that guard's the most lazy guard. The thing is, it protects you against the most devastating strikes.
Yeah, it does.
It cushion, but it still hurts you against like hooks and head kicks. Like it still fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Dude, Gil,
Also, Bilal's only landing straight shots on him. Like, why do you keep going to that guard?
because he doesn't know how to defend himself. That's all he knows, dude. That's his only defense.
At least, like, pull your forearm.
Dude, it's so funny. We're like, Gilbert Burns only has a right hand, like a right hook and a left hook. And it's like, oh, he really does only have those punches. I mean, he added in leg kicks, which I am surprised by. Had zero effect on the poor Bilal.
Oh no, they're talking about Burns' mental toughness.
Dude, this is... Dude, if they're saying this is... Oh, okay. 'Cause I was going to say, dude, like, if you're saying Burns is mentally tough after this shit performance...
It's like, mentally tough, winning 25 minutes, but he's staying in the fight.
yeah.
What mental toughness?
Dude, holy shit. I'm so proud of our boy Bilal. Watch him get knocked out with a minute left.
No, dude, I've been avoiding saying anything because I'm just like...
Dude, I said it 4 minutes into this fight. The only way Bilal loses is by getting clipped. And, like, I'm still saying it with 45 seconds left. Oh, my God. I mean, dude, Bilal's distance management. Like, I knew Bilal had really good fight IQ and, like, dodging strikes and stuff. But usually it was with level changing, right? Like, against Wonderboy, level changing. Against Luke, level changing. Against Brady, he didn't really have to play defensive at all because Brady's striking is garbage. But, dude, like, his ability to pull back against Gilbert Burns is really what's impressed me the most this fight. And, like, also been the most surprising thing this fight. Like, I think this is, like, the newest wrinkle that I haven't seen. Dude, easy money, bro. Bro, give yourself a pat on the back. It's fucking easy shit. Easy shit. How many times does our boy need to be an underdog before he gets his respect? Easy money, dude.
I still don't favor him against either Colby or
I can agree with you on that. But, dude, Gilbert Burns is the most fucking overrated fighter at welterweight. Maybe in the UFC.
He's like athletically gifted. Yeah. I think Usman's also getting there, dude. I think I'm telling you, Usman's decline is going to be a rough one to watch. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. He did not have the pace that he needed to have against Edwards in their last fight. All right, bro, are we going 2 for 2 on main and co-main? Slamming Cejudo?
I mean, hey, man. Seems like our analysis is not a point.
I'm trying to think. Who was I wrong on?
I don't really have any analysis for Cejudo. Like, for this fight, I literally pictured this fight going exactly as it went. For Cejudo, I have no idea what's going to happen.
I think Cejudo outstrikes him for 25 minutes or knocks him out. I really do. I think it's... again, does Sterling win without taking Cejudo's back? If the answer is no, we're going with Cejudo, baby.
Pretty much, yeah. Better striking.
He is
Worse grappling.
not even better. Next level striking. And dude, also like... I don't want to say this for sure, but Cejudo's top control is good. He was able to control Marlon Moraes. He was able to control DJ, land good ground and pound. I'm just gonna say like control comparable to Aljo. Dude, I should have done a main card parlay. All of my picks hit so far. I went 3 for 3 for picks on the early prelims. Prelims, I failed on Marina Rodriguez, and Drew Dober. Those guys failed me. But so far, I'm 4 for 4 on the main card. Dude, narrative. I mean, well.
Why would God?
Who the
create a
fuck?
situation where you're able to better physically hurt someone else?
Dude, I think this proves that Islam's God is more powerful than Christianity's God.
Same God.
Is it? One has...
But one's more effective at praying to it, I guess. One
Yeah.
has the better narrative surrounding it.
Oh,
you're frozen.
Oh, I am? Can you see me? Can you see me?
You're back.
Okay. Man. Dude, narrative is going to be Gilbert Burns was exposed as being worse, as like being shitty. I think that's going to be the narrative. And then like, this is the thing that kills me. We look at Bilal, we see his skills. We look at Gilbert Burns, we see his skills. We're like, Bilal's skills beat Gilbert Burns' skills. Other people look at Bilal, think he's bad. Look at Gilbert Burns, think he's good. Bilal beats Gilbert Burns. Yeah, and then they're like, Burns is also bad. And now the thing that kills me is, we both agree that Bilal would still probably be the underdog, or like should be the underdog against Leon Edwards and Colby Covington because of the skills, but people are still just going to say, no, he's the underdog because he's bad. Dude, Umar Nurmagomedov getting a shutout? Oh, dude, all of the bantamweights are there.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you're never gonna impress the people who want it.
Anyway, dude,
Life left, man. If you got haters, you can't think about it.
I've been on the Bilal train ever since he beat Wonderboy. One fight, I was on it, but one fight before you.
Yeah, you were. I was on him after the Lucas fight.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, you got me at one fight.
But, I mean, that's fair because Wonderboy had just gotten beaten by Gilbert, and he did look amazing in the Luque fight. And you were still on him, like, before the Brady fight, which is when everyone... I mean, I still don't think everyone's on the Bilal train, but... All right, dude. Henry Cejudo, easy win.
This is, I mean, this fight's incredible.
I think he finishes him in the fourth. I think he's gonna gas him out, ground and pound him out in the fourth. I really do, man.
You want to put $1 on him? A unit on him?
I have a unit on him because I parlayed him with Evolov. You want to put something on him?
I kind of feel like, hey, I mean, I made a unit off his Evolov.
Oh yeah, you did. I can throw it down on him. He's minus 125.
Damn. Got a better odds.
Yeah, his odds weren't that much better. All right, we got the Cejudo. Dude, again, man, I'm looking at these guys' skills, and layoff is one thing. But if we're going to ignore the layoff, which the layoff gives me less questions than John Jones's layoff gave me.
Why though?
Well, first of all, because he's not changing weight classes. His body's basically the same. And second of all, because he's seemingly been active in the gym training other fighters. And if you're... I know that's less of a reason, but it's still just like he's not just going off and doing what John Jones did and like focusing on putting on weight. He's still actively like training with top level fighters in the world.
Pretty fat at some point there in the middle.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a problem.
It's not necessarily a problem.
I guess you're saying, so yeah, you're right. John Jones had a new weight class, but that was the next factor that's not present here.
I mean,
But
also this is
also
less time than the John Jones.
Aging matters less at heavyweight than it does here.
True, yeah, that's a good point. How old is Cejudo? 35? 36? So he's the same age as John Jones? Or John Jones is like, what, 37 now? I think John Jones might be 36, 37. John Jones is...
35, so...
Oh, shit. Dude, John Jones feels so much older than Cejudo.
I know, that's just because he's been around for so long.
And I guess he's just fatter and bigger.
Well, pretty recently 36.
Alright, I'm closing all my tabs, Boaz. Colby will win the belt. Oh, Dan's Diesel? Bilal Muhammad won. I don't know what the official scores were, but I rate it 50-45 Bilal Muhammad. Just like cleaned up. Easy win. Easy money for the Gilbert. If you guys want betting predictions, come to us.
One thing I would say also is like, if you're a fighter who's losing the same weight for 25 minutes, you're not a top level fighter.
I agree. I don't think Burns is a top level fighter.
You're losing and makes adjustments to give them a better chance. It might not work out completely, but you give yourself a better chance by making changes.
He made 0
It
adjustments.
may even backfire.
He didn't even make adjustments.
Have the presence of mind.
Right. He didn't even make adjustments that failed. He made 0 adjustments. But to be fair, his corner didn't give him any advice on adjustments.
Or didn't give him good advice. Yeah. My
They didn't give him any advice. They're like, throw the right hand. It's what he's been doing.
throws the left kick after the right.
Yeah.
Like, basically everything stemmed from his right hand that wasn't there.
Dan's Diesel says Colby will win the belt. I mean, my co-host Yaki agrees with you. I think that Colby's just like a worse wrestler than Usman. Maybe better striking, but Burns has been training for this shit the entire time. By the way, dude, I really get the vibe of a vacant title fight. Like, I feel like these guys are on such equal footing that it feels like a vacant belt that they're fighting for.
Is that a real Olympic medal?
I think it is.
Why not accept it?
I would have respected more if it was fake.
Why?
It's like from Chuck E. Cheese. I just think that's funny.
It's crazy, man.
It's like,
I've been thinking about, like, you know what I've been thinking about a lot lately? Like, Cejudo won the Olympic gold 21 years old. 21 years old. I'm 24 now. And
yeah.
it really makes you think about your own mentality. You know? enough time, it would be great.
Dude, how long do you even want to live for?
I want to live until I can do something great
Dude, okay.
and die.
Is winning the Olympic gold medal something great, though?
Yeah.
It's, like, personally fulfilling.
How is it not? That's a good achievement.
Personal achievement.
At the time, he was the youngest one, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's really impressive. And according to Luke Thomas, like, he was, like, down in all of his Olympic matches and had to, like, fight back. Dude, I just feel like if Cejudo gets Aljamain tired, which Aljamain's gotten tired every time it's gone past the third round, if he gets him tired, he just, like, wins easily.
James, I need you to give me some therapy while you're sad. I can't deal with
What?
the
You need your likeness to live on in, like, the minds of other. Dude, do you subscribe to the belief that, like, you only truly die when you are forgotten?
Yes, actually, I do.
So then aren't you, like, dying all the time? Like, people you meet and then they forget about you?
Yeah, you're not dead. You are, yeah, actually dying.
You're dying. He either shows up or not, Burns, that is, but I still like him. Dude, he showed up. He just got outclassed. Bilal's better than him. Bilal is better than Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, dude, Burns actually did show up. He did the same thing he did at every fight. This is
Burns-
not a bad performance.
Burns couldn't out-wrestle Bilal.
Dude, actually, though, stop it. This is not a bad performance for Burns. This is a good performance by Bilal.
Dude, of course, Burns didn't show up as the 2 weight cuts. Back-to-back pay-per-views. Burns just... Dude, if Burns can outstrike...
He always does. That's
Listen,
what he always does. He
Bur-
doesn't shut down.
Oh, Dan's Diesel says Triple C wins this one. Agreed, buddy. Triple C, 4th round TKO. I think he elbows his face into the mat.
Fourth round?
Yeah, 4th round. I'm just saying that because that's when Aljamain gets tired. Like, I feel like he just needs to survive.
I'll go fourth round. I don't
Dude.
like Hopkins. Fourth round TKO is a good prediction.
Gilbert Burns, I'm just going to harp on this more. Gilbert Burns wins when he can outstrike someone because his wrestling is good enough that if they're a better wrestler than him, he can keep it on the feet. And he wins when he can outgrapple someone because his grappling's good enough that he can just, like, take a lot of people down. But when he comes up against someone that he can't outstrike and outgrapple, he loses. Bilal Muhammad has better wrestling than Gilbert Burns, and he has better striking than him. Like,
And more specifically, if someone can punish him from entering range with the jab, or any distance control too, like Usman and Wally's jab.
it's
or-
distance
and
control.
Avoid his hook, avoid his right hook, or it's just like that's game in striking.
And I guess the other thing I would say is, like, you don't necessarily need to have better wrestling than Gilbert Burns, but you do need to have the ability to disengage from clinches with him because he doesn't necessarily need to take you down if he can just grind you up against the cage.
Yeah, he has good like defense.
Dude, okay. Do we feed Shavkat to Gilbert Burns? Or, like, vice versa, maybe.
That's a logical type to make, Shopcut versus Burns. Either that or Shopcut versus the loser of Colby and Leon.
Oh, yeah, that might be better. Because Hamzat wants to fight Usman, or Usman wants to fight Hamzat. If that fight happens, logically, if Hamzat wins, he can just fight for the belt. No!
I think Hamza's looking at 185 Holocaust celebration.
Yeah.
Holocaust was talking about that.
Well, you know what? Apparently, Dana White was asked about Usman, like, calling out Hamzat, and Dana White's like, yeah, we're interested in making that, but it has to be at 185.
Yeah, I think they settled at 185 for Hamzat.
Right. Dude, unless there's another guy named Colby that you think is going to win the belt, I don't think, like, Covington, the welterweight's not going to do it. I don't know, dude. Colby Barnes. Dude,
Just beating the Usman that showed up that night is just saying like that. Colby is going to show up better than Usman in the second fight.
I don't know, man. Colby, dude, I guess Colby looked good against Woodley, right? He looked pretty dominant against him. Just taking him down, nothing spectacular. He looked bad against Usman in their rematch. For the first 3 rounds, he kind of got turned on and then he started throwing punches. But he looked bad.
He was like outstriking Usman later in the fight.
He got almost knocked out in the second round, I'm pretty sure. He got knocked down and almost knocked out in like either the second or the third. Either way, against Masvidal, were you impressed by him?
Against Masvidal, no.
So,
But I just think that Colby was like, all right, I'm letting you slide the way I'm winning it. And then
so do you think? I guess
I feel it's hard to evaluate some performances when it's like what they're doing is working, so why would they do anything else?
I know.
Putting a stamp.
Yeah, I agree. But let's just assume the same exact Colby Covington with the same game plan shows up against Edwards. Do you think he beats Edwards like that? But like Colby did do the like punch wrestle game plan against Masvidal, right? So I thought like that would be in theory the same game plan he employs against Leon.
Yeah.
Do you think he just hangs out in the pocket less? Like, he did get dropped in the pocket against Masvidal. I guess, what do you think the difference would be?
The part of the problem is also that when Leon is feeling that pressure, the feeling of threat of a takedown, he fights, he doesn't pressure, and instead he squirts around the cage.
Right.
If you want to outstrike Colby, you want him to, like, put some pressure on you. I don't think Colby is good to
I don't know, man.
Just the cardio difference is also like, I don't know, what, let's talk about it later.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking, like, who has Colby wrestle fucked? He wrestle fucked
He wrestle fucked
Masvidal, he wrestle fucked Woodley. Both of those guys have Tyron Woodley syndrome, where they just hang out against the cage.
And I think Leon Edwards might have Tyron.
I hope not. He definitely did when they were in Utah. Anyway, dude, this should be a good fight. I'm excited for this. Dude, Aljamain, if he beats Cejudo, that's 3 title defenses in a row. Does not put him on the list of like greatest bantamweights of all time.
Dude, I cannot believe people are talking about the greatest bantamweights of all time.
This is Cejudo would be a really good win though.
Cejudo would be a great win. That would be his first good win, basically.
Yeah, honestly, you're right. Okay, man.
Wiley's champ.
We've given our predictions for how Cejudo wins. I think that's more likely than anything Aljamain would do. If you had to make the case for an Aljamain Sterling victory, what case would you make for it? I want you to make the case for Aljo.
Okay, Aljo is longer, and he's able to use straight punches to keep Henry distant until he is able to find an opening for a takedown, take the back, and win the round.
A lot of problems with what you said there.
Well, fuck you, you made me say it.
I thought you were gonna just say like he'll get lucky and take Henry's back. I just don't think he can take. Dude, he cannot take Cejudo down. I don't see it, man. Like Jan has good takedown defense. Cejudo has a like legendary takedown defense. Leon isn't well-rounded. Colby is. Dude, what the fuck? Dan's Diesel, I really am questioning your like judgment on this. Leon is like, I'm not even saying Leon's gonna win 100%. I think it's close. I think it's a close fight, but Leon is way more well-rounded than Colby. Dude, okay. Hypothetical for you. If Sterling wins, dude, I love doing like dumbass hypotheticals that like people do on shows. If Aljamain wins, what are the odds that they do a UFC Jamaica with Colby Covington and Leon Edwards and Aljo versus O'Malley?
They touch gloves. I thought they were real animosity.
Dude, you know what is real sportsmanship? Touching cups. Let's go! Alright, glasses. Angled. Dude, Cejudo is a pretty sweet legend, man. Like, he was doing really good against Cruz. Cejudo looks dialed, or not Cejudo. Sterling looks dialed in. Sterling does look much bigger. All right, expect kicks.
Did you see that? He leg kicked Aljo's leg kick.
What?
Aljo
What time are you at?
Henry leg kicked Aljo while he was throwing the
Dude, you're like so far ahead of me. This is horrible.
What? I'm at 4:35 now.
Yeah, you're 10 seconds ahead of me.
Fuck, bro. Alright. I guess.
He just checked the kick. Just commentate. I'm gonna refresh.
Alright, Aljo's pressuring really effectively, but Cejudo's not there to get hit. He doesn't look too phased by the pressure. I will say that.
Cejudo is really good in and out movement. I mean, he did it against Demetrius Johnson with his karate stance.
Able to retake the center of the cage whenever he's getting too.
That was a good leg kick by Cejudo. Anyway, I'm at 410.
Aljo is not good at cutting off the cage.
What time are you at?
3:55 now.
Okay, you're still like 8 seconds ahead of me. I don't know how. I mean, you can talk to me, but like, catches the kick, little like wrestling exchange there. That's fun. Cejudo is way stronger than Aljamain.
It looks crazy strong, dude. Looking at his, do you see his lats?
Yeah, dude, his back is just a fucking brick. Please, dude, what is with people entering our chat and being like, "Show the fight"? Look, read my eyes, bro. Read my eyes. Do I look enthused? Okay, we were saying you were.
That's the takedown, right?
No, yeah, I'm at 320. I'm like 8 seconds behind. I'm like 8 seconds behind you. I'm at 315, 14. Dude, what did I say, man? The only way.
Joe Rogan's like, jumped on the neck, and remember, that neck was surgically repaired.
Dude, Joe Rogan's so fucking funny. I cannot wait.
He grabbed the neck that has surgery on it.
Dude,
Remember, that neck was surgically repaired.
dude, peak content is when Conor McGregor comes back and Joe Rogan commentates it. There's a titanium shin bone. Dude, Cejudo has so much time to game plan for this. This is what Sterling does in all of his fights, bro. This is what Cejudo did against DJ. He just held him here and he landed some good shots. All right. Aljo got up.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Cejudo's so much better than Aljo on the feet. Ooh, that's a good body kick from Aljo, though. That was crazy how Cejudo was just able to grab him and muscle him.
Fucking so strong and short.
He's like a little Hulk.
You're a little.
He's a little Hulk, man. Your faces are not interesting. Dude, I'm sorry. You can see my glasses, though, that I wore out of respect for Bilal. Dude, this grappling from Sterling is kind of sad, man. Like, I can see why Jan can need him in the head. I don't know if I'd be able to resist it either.
So Aljo did get a good position here.
Yeah. Held him up against the cage.
Timing everything I say 8 seconds behind.
That's funny. I don't know, man. I refreshed. I don't know what the deal is.
Cejudo's not moving from here. Like Aljo's got nothing. He has underhook.
Cejudo looks tired.
Oh, I spoke too soon.
Body lock from Aljo. Ooh, good knees to the body. Those were pretty good knees. Oh, God position. Aljo is God position.
Bad position. He did have a bad position.
Backpack.
What time are you at?
21, 20,
Okay.
19.
2 seconds. Buddy, an hour. Okay. End of the round did not work out well. Cejudo. He
Yeah.
I don't know. The 4th round, I guess I give it to Aljo.
Yeah, probably.
Give it to Aljo at the end there. Knees to the hamstring.
I mean, Cejudo did good wrestling, but he didn't really land that much ground and pound, right?
No, he didn't.
And Sterling,
Away from Cejudo.
I would say Cejudo outstruck.
Facial expression came around.
Yeah, I don't really care. Sterling got outstruck, but I don't think it's enough for like. Cejudo just looks tired, man. Look at him. Cejudo looks way more tired than I was expecting him to be. Well, let's see if he gets a second wind. Dude, Cejudo versus Volkanovski would be crazy. Dude, is he like just gasping for breath?
I don't know. It looked terrible in the corner.
I mean, we're commenting about his muscles.
It looked good in the beginning of the fight, and now it's just like.
His muscles. I don't know. I'm not gonna really comment on his physique.
Cassidy out.
No, I was just gonna say like I feel like against Cruz, Cejudo's muscles were like a little bit more cut.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a good jab from Sterling. Oh my God, head kick from Sterling.
Yeah. Landed again. Not looking good for Boy.
Good body kick from Cejudo there. We'll see. I mean, again, I don't think Aljo really has takedowns, so
And
He-
he landed 2 really good strikes.
Cejudo does look like he has a bit of ring rust on him. That's a good shot to the body from Sterling. Good body kick from Cejudo there. This round is really even so far. I'd slightly lean towards Cejudo. I'm waiting for Sterling to like spin. Was that an axe kick that landed for Cejudo?
I think there's some normal high kicks, but yeah. I mean,
It looked like it landed on the way down though. He like threw it up and then caught Sterling as he was like trying to duck away from it. Oh, that's a good push kick from Sterling. Those push kicks are nice. They're like so fast. Takedown attempt from Cejudo. Good knee on the break. This is a good fight.
yeah, great fight so far.
Sterling's done a good job of like mixing in like little clinches and clinch attacks and stuff like that.
He kicked him right over his head.
Yeah, it's like a weird question mark kick that it's like you're too short. Too short to land it. I mean, dude, Cejudo looks fine to me.
It looks fine. I think he had a bit of an adrenaline dump for round 1. 'Cause
Yeah.
The first half of the round he was so sharp, and then he was like, I feel like now he's
Dude, Aljamain's takedowns are just very bad.
no, they're like abysmal.
Like I guess his chain wrestling up against the cage is good. That's how he got Yon down in those
Yeah,
fights.
no, it's just like Cejudo's whiffing a lot. His punches are whiffing a lot.
His leg kicks are good.
Yeah, his leg
Like
kicks are good.
Sterling's chain wrestling against the cage is good. Like he caught Yon's kick, backed him up to the cage, and took his back. Like took him down and then took his back from there. So like that was like a chain wrestling takedown, but it still stemmed off of a kick catch and not really like a blast double. Cejudo's. It looks like Cejudo's starting to be able to just read some of Aljo's strikes. I want Aljo to throw more kicks to the body. Like, those are just money. Again, like I said it in the Bilal fight. Kicks are overpowered, man.
I feel like the only things he was landing is leg kicks lately.
Yeah, but what has Sterling been landing lately? He hasn't really landed anything these last 2 minutes. That was a good jab from Aljo. Cejudo's like able to get his weight inside of Aljo's jabs. Oh, spinning attack. I knew he'd throw it eventually. There you go. That is like some vintage Cejudo shit. I want more straight punches from Cejudo. Aljo's able to read his looping punch and he's like pulling away from it, just turning his back. Because, like, while I don't think Aljo's grappling is significantly better than Cejudo's, it is good enough that he doesn't need to worry about, like, exposing his back and shit, right? Like, he can just turn away.
I do think Cejudo's breathing is normalized and he just like looks to be more in a flow state.
I don't know, man. Cejudo's looked really good the second half of this round.
Yeah, he has. I mean, the second half of this round has been pretty cool for Cejudo. I like it.
I do like how Sterling's fighting. I just want to see more of certain things. And, like, honestly, less of those weird, shitty attacks where he just ducks down and turns around. Yeah, more of those body kicks, dude. Those body kicks are sweet. Like, those are just money. Good knee from Cejudo in that clinch there. Oh, that's a good right hand from Cejudo.
Yes, it was, yeah.
I don't know. This round is really close. Oh, look at this. As I'm Joe Rogan. Oh, look at this. Dude, Cejudo ended on top. I think that's a round up.
I mean, I think it was Cejudo that round anyway.
I think it was.
I mean, it's 1-1.
It's hard to tell, man. It's really, both of those rounds were close. I would slightly...
Yeah, it is true that round 2 is harder to tell because round 1 you can really just point to Aljo taking Cejudo's back, but
I mean, I would slightly lean towards Aljo round 1, a little bit slightly less lean towards Cejudo round 2, but I'd still lean towards him. Well, all right, what's Sarah saying? Those live odds are bullshit, dude. They're saying that he needs to get after it. That's fair. Yeah, I actually like don't mind that approach from them. Sterling looks a little uneasy. I won't even say scared or anything. He has a better look on his face than Burns did. Like, Burns really just looked like he shut down. Those kicks from Aljo are nice, man. I want him to just spam those. I mean, those kicks literally won him the fight against Piotr Jan. Cejudo's kicks are good too. Holy shit. I don't know. But dude, this visual just like is a round loser. I mean, this is what I said last time, right? He was in this position against DJ and threw knees to the shoulder. He doesn't really have access to do that because he's on his knees. Knee him in the head! That's what Aljo did against Jan, too. I just hate that shit.
Your head's a shield. You like shield with your head.
Yeah. I mean, you can just punch them, though. Cejudo's legs are, like, literally too short to land a lot of the kicks he's throwing. Oh, yeah, that was a good knee. I'm sure Triple C is just waiting until champ rounds to work him over. I think there's something to be said there. Sterling is wrestling way more in this round. I don't know if it's because he's getting tired or because he thinks he can tire Cejudo out, but against the cage is where Sterling's wrestling is the best. And he's just getting outworked by Cejudo in the wrestling. Now, Dan's Diesel, I kind of agree with you there, my man. Watson, what are you doing? Cejudo looking tired. You want to come up, Watson? My little Cejudo. Yeah. I mean, this is not good for Cejudo. For the kedge. Ooh, reversed it? Almost? Aldo's still got like a little bit of a seatbelt.
Now that he's got his arm get his back taken.
Yeah. Still needs to break that body lock. Aljo's hands aren't even connected here. Just pressuring him with his shoulder. I'm loving. I am really liking the grappling in this fight, though.
Yeah. We feel like Cejudo is just getting gassed by this guy.
I'm not 100% confident in saying that. It definitely appears that way just because his mouth is open, but like, who knows, right? What I will say is I'm impressed with Aljamain's fence grappling this fight.
Yeah, no.
Like I kind of underestimated his.
The open cage wrestling, the open mat wrestling has been all for him.
I mean, not even really all Cejudo. It's just been even. It's just been Cejudo stuffing Aljo's takedowns.
Yeah, it's been good stuff. I wanna see him do something with these positions.
It's hard though, because if you fuck around, Sterling can switch to the outside and just like get an angle on you. But dude, I feel like Aljo's blowing. Dude, I feel like Aljo's blowing the leads he's getting just in terms of like the positional control that he's getting up against the cage by doing this shit. Yes, punch him in the head, please.
It's so OP, dude. You can scooch out with your head in front.
I know. I know. Dude, honestly, I feel like... Oh, he's only landed 6 shots. How has Cejudo's numbers been this low? I feel like the action's been like super high on both sides. 6 and 13? Dude, what? Now the live odds are even? Dude, this is why I'm saying live odds are bullshit.
Wait, can you, like, I don't know
Huh?
I don't know, man.
Like this round, in terms of positional control, Cejudo got the better of it. But dude,
I also don't trust him striking on moves right off the bat.
does it count clinch strikes and shit like that? I don't know.
It's usually just looks so gassed.
You're just getting lazy. Everything's gotta be out and back fast. I don't want you on all fours anymore, okay, Aljo?
Aljo's getting really tired, dude. There's no reason that he should be on all fours.
First of all, he's
I know, but dude, are we like, dude? He looks exhausted, but are we seeing that affect his performance in the fight? Are we seeing Aljo looking tired in this fight? He's just chilling on his hands and knees. Dude, Marab in the corner. Huh? Off of corners?
I think so.
But dude, like the visual of Aljo on his hands and knees and Cejudo just on top of him is not good. Those leg kicks, I mean, just Aljo's kicks in general are good. Anyway, I thought Aljo would get more hurt at this point. I honestly like don't disagree with that.
30-27.
Okay, I disagree with that. I think round 2.
Round 2 was
Yeah. I thought it was like I think round 3 is the toss up for me right now.
yeah, round 3 was definitely
I just don't think 30-27 Sterling is like an educated scorecard on how judges score the fight. We've been Yeah.
Just the rounds are close, like there's nothing that you can really say. Sure. You can only give your personal scorecard.
Live odds are even. I mean, I think the fight is extremely even right now.
It's super even, yeah.
Like, dude, honestly, sure, Cejudo's gasping when he's in his corner and he's drinking water, but he looks fine.
During the fight, he just looks like it, just so chill.
Yeah. It looks like he's conserving his energy really well. Maybe he's overusing his energy a bit in some of the wrestling exchanges. It looks like he's exerting a lot of energy when he's going for takedowns and shit. Oh, shit! That knee looked like... It looked like it hit. I don't know if his body or head. But it's definitely a hit. Like, I heard smacking.
Strike numbers are super favorable for Sterling.
I know. But dude, Cejudo's the one advancing all the time. It's just like... I'm gonna look something up. What was Sterling versus Jan?
I mean, also, there's something to be said with the harder shots that are landed by Cejudo. The two knees,
Oh, I definitely agree with that.
punches, face.
Okay, so...
I don't know, I really, like, I could see judges doing anything in this fight.
So, dude,
The judging for this fight is really fucking...
Piotr Jan won round 1. So it was a split decision, right? Jan won round 1 against Aljo in their fight. So, I mean, I'm just saying. This is just a grindy fight, bro. This is such a grindy fight. Ooh, that is a hard leg kick. Like, I still swear this is, like, down to the last 90 seconds of the round to see who wins the round. And this could very well determine who wins the fight right here, this last 90 seconds. Oh, nice little uppercut there from the Kedge. Just like caught Sterling. His output's just lower than Sterling's. That was a good elbow from Sterling there. Cejudo going for a takedown, looks like. Oh, shit. I mean, if he just holds him here for 50 seconds, like, that could very well be the round for him. Like, it's that close of a fight. Look at that. He has his leg. Yeah. That was a good move by Aljo.
Yeah, it was.
Look at dude. Cejudo's doing the splits. Oh my god. Cejudo looks frustrated. I don't think Cejudo's gonna get up. Oh, he does? I think it's fair to say it's 2-2.
2-2, I could see 2-2, I could see 3-1. I think when in doubt, people are
They just Cejudo's corner just said the exact same thing. It's 2-2 or 3-1. Crazy fight, dude. These guys are way more evenly matched than I thought.
Yeah, no, Aljo looked great.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think, like, what I missed about Aljo, and I really think it's just, like, the cage grappling. I didn't think he'd have that level to be able to, like, switch that position and get the takedown on Cejudo. And that's been kind of the through line of this fight. I don't think I underestimated Aljo's striking at all. I think his striking is, like, fine. I think I might have just overestimated Cejudo's striking. I think his output's much lower now than it was 3 years ago. Like, nothing Aljamain has done in this fight has... Nothing he's done in the striking has impressed me. Or, like, shocked me. Or surprised me at all. It's all, like, what he's demonstrated he can do before. That's a good, like, way to deal with the leg kick from Cejudo, though. Body kick there from Aljo, caught on the hands. This has been such a weird fight. Both guys just seem to, like, almost to gas immediately. Ooh, good body kick from Cejudo there. Just trading strikes. Good body shot. I don't know. A minute 15 into this round, I think Cejudo's winning.
Yeah.
Actually just outlanded Aljamain for once. Oh, shit. Did that hit him in the chin? Sterling circling is pretty nice. It's actually causing Cejudo problems. Oh, nice left hand from Sterling. Caught the kick, left hand. Still a really close round. This entire fight's been super close. Anyway, dude. If Cejudo wins this, like, him versus Sean O'Malley is going to be actually a really fun fight. Yeah, Aljo versus Sean is going to be good too. Because I think Sean looks at this fight and he's like, Aljamain's takedowns suck in the middle of the cage. I just can't get caught in a grappling exchange with him against the cage. Dude, this is such a weird fight. This is like a sparring session almost. Cejudo's grappling defense is so good. I mean, I don't know. These live odds are crazy because I feel like Cejudo's winning this round.
This round, yeah, but
It's just like, how do you score the other rounds?
I mean, Sterling looks like he's had more significant strikes in every other round.
Yeah.
So, give him a decision. And I don't think Cejudo can get a finish.
Cejudo does such a good job in the clinch.
Fair enough.
Regripping the pummel. But Aljamain Sterling almost sagged back to the fence to get him chest to chest against side of the octagon.
Right hand from Cejudo. Aljo retreats under a minute now to decide the UFC bantamweight title.
Outstanding pressure by Cejudo.
Good leg kick from Cejudo there.
40 seconds to work here.
Putting pressure on Aljamain.
Takedown. Watson, what are you doing? You're coming up on my desk there, buddy.
Works his way to the back of Aljamain Sterling late.
Aljo stands up. 30 seconds left. I mean, does it... Unless he gets a finish, the question is, does it even matter? I mean, I could see a scenario where it does. I see this being a split...
He had this round anyway. It's just like,
Is he going to get a finish?
For Cejudo to lift Sterling in the air and put a
Oh my goodness, Watson. You're crazy.
both guys emptying the tank down the stretch.
Well, dude, I think it's completely set in stone. Okay, maybe not completely set in stone. But rounds 5, Cejudo for sure. Round 1, Sterling, I would say for sure. It would be kind of a robbery to give it to Cejudo. Round 4, I'd give it to Sterling also. For sure.
Honestly, to me, round 4 was like, why you think that just because Sterling ended up in top?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a close round, but like...
I don't know if that... I mean, look, I think that's how the judges would see it, but it's like, Cejudo had top position for about as long as...
I know. It's such a close fight, dude. It's just like...
Round 2, I think it's close for Cejudo. Round 3 is literally have no clue.
Yeah, I know.
I could see a scorecard for either one. I really could.
Sterling lands a beautiful straight left hand here.
It's so close. And like, I really like this fight. Like, this is just high-level MMA.
Yeah, Aljo really impressed me. I'm not gonna shoot out anyone.
No, dude, he did. He impressed me too. I didn't think he had like the wrestling to be able to do as well as he did against Cejudo. And his striking impressed me too. I think his striking... I think I underestimated Aljo's grappling for sure. I underestimated his striking a little bit. I'm not gonna... He didn't really impress me in the striking. He does the same shit in all of his fights. And Cejudo's striking I might have overrated a little bit.
I think I overrated a little bit. I will say the shots he landed were harder.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Michael Bell scores
Split decision.
48-47, Cejudo. Derek Cleary scores it. 48-47, Sterling. And Eric Curlin scores the contest. 48-47 for the winner by split decision.
Yeah. I think it was slightly more likely.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. It's like... Cejudo has a case. But does he have 2 judges that give him those rounds?
Right. Exactly. Cejudo has a case. The natural scorecard, the defaults maybe, that requires less justification.
It was so close. It's literally a coin toss, in my opinion.
It was insanely close. It was very, very close. It was super close fight, man. Rounds 2, 3, 4 could all go either way.
I know. Yeah.
Round 2 and 5, I gave to Cejudo. Rounds 1 and 4, you can inch towards Aljo. Round 3.
Dude, I mean, what? We said this like so many times, like, oh, this last 90 seconds can determine who wins the fight. And it like is true in every single case. I wonder what...
Such a crazy fight, man. Such a close fight.
Yeah.
Closest fight I've seen ever. And
Pretty
close,
sweet.
high-level fight.
Yeah, I know. The fight was actually really good. Do we have scorecards? Probably not yet, right?
Taking off the gloves, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think if you're not going to make that a run. Alright, Sean O'Malley's entering the cage.
God damn it, he is? I should probably watch it. I shut the stream off. Well, you still ended up because Cejudo...
No, I mean, they're like...
Huh?
What? Like, he just keeps repeating, you better be able to cut weight real soon.
Who? O'Malley says that?
Yeah.
Why? For July? I guess that's coming up.
Oh.
Alright, fuck this shit. I'm not watching it. KS Williams versus Rolando Bedoya. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Williams won 29-28 on 2 of the judges' scorecards, and then Bedoya got a 30-27 on Derek Cleary.
He's getting in a tussle with Marab.
God damn it, dude! I want to watch this shit.
Why aren't you watching it?
Cause I shut it off. I'm not going back on. Interesting. Movsar Evloev lost the first round on one of the judges' scorecards. Wait, dude. Movsar Evloev on one judge's scorecards lost the first but won the third round. And then on another judge's scorecards, he won the first but lost the third. And then on the third, he won both.
That's what I was saying. Is a case to be made for the Brazilian guy. You give him the first and third.
Dude, what the fuck? Bilal Muhammad got 50-45 and then 2 49-46s. And the judges that gave him a 49-46, one gave Burns round 4, the other gave Burns round 5. Okay, I guess...
I thought Aljo was going to call it Volk, actually. I thought Aljo was going to set up him.
No, he wants Sean O'Malley. Even though him calling out Volk would be pretty sweet.
He was talking about 145 in the build-up.
Let me ask you this, man. After this fight...
It was post-fight, 1 sec.
Oh, okay, fine. I want to listen to these interviews. I'll just watch it later.
Just get on there. Get back on.
No, I'm not going to. It's not working. Well, I was wrong. I have to... Dude, okay. Well, we'll break this down once they're done. Just tell me what's happening.
Aljo, he looks legitimately sad. It's kind of like a crazy, good moment.
Aljo looks sad?
He's like, I'm confused, and like Aljo was really good, better than I thought.
So Hudo looks sad or Aljo?
He's talking about his legacy, and he's like, I don't know where it puts me now.
Yeah, I don't know. Who cares? Dude, this is the thing, man. I mean, I know you talked about like, oh, I want to do greatness, but these fucking guys, they're so insecure. They're like, winning a gold medal at the Olympics isn't enough. Being a 2-time weight division champion isn't enough. I need to come back, win, and then beat another guy, and then go for a third belt. And that, like, is that going to be enough at that point?
No, that's the problem, man. Nothing's enough.
Nothing's enough.
Nothing's enough. That's the best argument against contemplating your own mortality.
that's the best argument against trying to achieve things.
Putting all your stuff, putting your self-worth into achieving something that's...
All right, dude. Is the interview over? Because I kind of want to talk about the fight.
Yeah. No, honestly, man, you gotta watch that interview. It was like...
I'm gonna rewatch it. Don't worry. I'll watch it tomorrow.
I felt... This makes you think.
Dude, I really like Cejudo. I think he's like a great part of the sport. Cringy, sure, but he's not like a fucking insane right winger that wants to murder trans people. He's just like a family guy, great wrestling. I mean, came back arguably came back after 3 years and just beat the champion at bantamweight.
I know, he did incredible. It's just, as a competitor, it's...
Obviously, like, those caveats don't mean anything.
Isn't going... Yeah, like, these things don't matter. At the end of the day, what's the result?
Right.
Results is what matters.
Well, like, I don't even necessarily think that's true, but it matters in some respects, right? Like, people can talk about guys like Joseph Benavidez, who always lost against the best, but they're like, oh, he was always there up against the best of them. Dude, I'm sad Cejudo lost. I mean, he made bantamweight fun again.
To watch him on a run, like coming back, beating Aljo, beating Sean O'Malley, challenging for the third belt, historic.
Yeah, I know.
For a third belt tournament.
Yeah, that would be historic. I mean, Volkanovski's not going to beat Islam. I don't even think Volkanovski beats like Dariush and other guys at lightweight.
No, yeah, Dariush is also a huge problem.
Dariush is a huge problem. Even if Oliveira beat Islam.
I feel like that was like one of the a worse. It was like one of Volk's really good performances, or like at least average, and like that was a bad performance by Islam. So, like I don't think he's gonna on a second chance beat Islam.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, Volk can do better in the striking defense, but
Right.
is he really gonna improve on his grappling?
I mean, I just think that grappling wise, Islam was having a bad day, and like Islam's grappling is just generally much better.
It's just busted. Like, he doesn't even... Islam was having a bad day. He doesn't even need to, like, do more than what he did in the grappling. That's, like, the thing. That's why it's so good to be a wrestler. Okay, dude, let's fucking talk about Cejudo versus Sterling, though, because that was a really good fight. That was, like, some of the highest level MMA you're going to see. What did we get wrong?
Was how many takedowns Sterling got, against a guy who basically has 100% takedown defense.
It was the chain wrestling. I have to give Sterling credit. His takedowns in the open were trash, which we came in saying they were, and we came out saying they were. But what I did fail to realize is, like, his chain wrestling is actually good. Like, he doesn't just catch people's kicks and then, like, they turn their back and he immediately jumps on their back. He works to get on their back. He worked to get on the back against Sandhagen. He worked to get on the back against Jan multiple times. Dillashaw, I'm not even going to give him any credit there. Like, Dillashaw had only one arm. I think it's fine. We're giving him credit where credit's due.
No.
Against Cejudo, I didn't think he'd be able to do that against Cejudo, and for the most part, he wasn't. But the chain wrestling did. Let's be honest, dude. The chain wrestling won him the fight. He got the chain wrestling in some key moments where
He had much more volume. He had so much more volume that his striking numbers were always a good default. And like that's I think that's the main reason I was like.
Okay, dude. Scorecards are out. These are the scores. All three judges give Aljamain Sterling round
Yeah,
one.
you just link me because I can't like properly link you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's actually a good point. You just have to scroll all the way down.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm sad.
I'm sad too. I liked Cejudo in this fight. Okay, dude. You know what would have ruined my night though? A, if Charles Jordane got subbed out of nowhere, and B, if Bilal Muhammad got knocked out out of nowhere. Like, this is a result that I think we can live with. And honestly, dude, do we chalk this up to age?
That's the thing, man. Like, I don't think Cejudo would get taken down. Like, even if he hadn't taken that break, like, I don't think he would have gotten taken down by Aljo.
Takedowns aside, I don't think he would have been as inactive on the feet.
Yeah.
Okay, let's actually go over these scorecards though.
Some of these scorecards are kind of shit in my opinion.
Yeah, some of these scorecards aren't great. So, round one, all three judges give it to Aljo. Round two, we have one judge giving it to Aljamain, two judges giving it to Cejudo. I really don't agree with Aljamain winning round two.
Yeah, I did think Cejudo won round two.
Okay.
Close, all these rounds, but
So, and that's interesting because this judge changes up a few other rounds too. Round three, we have one judge giving it. Wait, round three, we have two judges giving it to Cejudo. And then the third, actually, all three judges give round three to Cejudo. Is that what we said?
round three was a complete toss-up. I thought that would be the split round.
Yeah, I thought round three was. Okay, so watching the fight live, we had round one Sterling, we had round two Cejudo, and round three toss-up, but leaning towards Cejudo. So 29-28, which is what the judges agreed with, except one of the judges gave round two to Sterling, which I don't agree with, but I can see I can see a case. Like, I don't think that's horrible. Now we go to round 4. All 3 judges give it to Sterling, which I agree with. I thought that was a clear Sterling round.
Fair enough.
And now we go to round 5.
To be honest, I thought round 4 was really close too, but
It was close, but I still think it was like Sterling.
yeah.
What is going on? Wait, round 5.
5 though, Derek clearly gave it to Aljo, which is kind of insane.
Man, what? What? Dude, that's crazy, man. Okay,
I mean, in my opinion, Michael Bell's scorecard. In my opinion, I agree with Michael Bell's scorecard, except round 3 could go to either guy.
I agree.
That's basically the way I see it.
You know what's the crazy thing to me is, what did we say after we watched this fight? Rounds 2 through 4 are toss-ups. Round 2, 3, and 4 were toss-ups. We were confident in rounds 1 and 5. And round 5, Derek Cleary... Wait, dude, doesn't Derek Cleary just, like, fucking suck at judging?
Yeah, he always sucks.
This is just interesting to me because these are not the scorecards I would expect for an Aljamain victory. Right? It just feels like if you're going to give...
It's not robbery or anything because the fight itself was close, but Derek Cleary's scorecard is so bad, and if you fix it, it would go to Henry.
Well, dude, that's the thing. Like, I feel like the 2 scorecards that went to Sterling, like, have bad rounds in them in different ways.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
A little.
Man, that makes me super sad. Too.
Well, it's just annoying because we have close fights, and even the rounds themselves are so close that we don't have like a unanimity among them.
I mean, I'm very surprised that all 3 judges gave Henry round 3, yet Aljo won. That's like the most surprising thing.
Yeah, that is the most surprising.
Because the Aljo scorecard.
There's a clear case that Cejudo won that fight.
Yeah.
There's a case to be made. I'm not mad that Aljamain Sterling won because it was extremely close. I thought Cejudo won the 5th round for sure. I thought Aljo won the 1st and the 4th. Ugh. Okay, man, let's talk about this shit.
Why was Henry so inactive, man?
Yeah, why was Henry inactive? Let's talk about this. I think Henry was inactive because... actually, let's see. Can we pull up the stats?
Like, I don't think Aljo was doing anything defensively that was stumping Henry. He was encountering Henry.
Henry was being inactive. He was picking his shots. He was clearly picking his shots.
Yeah.
He was... I really do think he was trying to not get knocked out. And dude, to be fair, Henry Cejudo's defense was actually really good. He didn't get hit cleanly. He got hit by some leg kicks, but... Let's take a look at these stats. Striking numbers. Actually, dude, the striking numbers aren't that far off. We have Aljamain Sterling with 135, Cejudo with 99. Striking percentage, 64% for Aljo, 56% for Cejudo. Total strikes, 186 to 143. So about the same amount. Takedowns, 4 of 15 for Aljamain, 3 of 8 for Cejudo. I think each guy made their takedowns count really well. Okay, let's go through the rounds and let's go through the round stats and see like if our gut feeling is backed up by any of the stats at all. Aljamain Sterling got 20 strikes compared to 7 for Cejudo in round 1. He also had a much higher striking accuracy. He got Sterling got 2 takedowns and Cejudo got 1 takedown. And Sterling had a minute 40 of control time, while Cejudo only had a minute 50 of control time. Which is kind of funny. Like, Sterling had more or less control time with more takedowns. but he also landed he landed like double the amount, almost 3 times the amount on the feet.
Significant strikes totals are 135 to 99.
Yeah, I'm just talking about per round. We look at round 2, which we both thought Cejudo won.
Oh, like double.
Cejudo just outstruck Sterling in round 2, which is funny because I thought they flashed up that Cejudo got outstruck in round 2.
Yeah, they did, but the striking, that's what I said, like the striking counts change.
Yeah.
Like they're unofficial.
No takedowns from either guy. Cejudo had 2 seconds of control time somehow, but it's extremely close, but I still think Cejudo won that round. I thought he just did more. There's not really a moment in time where you can point there's not really a moment in time that you can point to that's for Sterling winning it. So, are you with me so far? Sterling 1, Cejudo 2.
Yeah.
Going into round 3.
That's easy, yeah, sure.
Round 3, we have Sterling with 26 strikes compared to 15. So Cejudo's doing much better, right? Like he was like 3 times as many strikes in round 1, and then in round 3,
sure.
less than 12. Sterling's striking numbers is really high. His striking accuracy is impressive.
Sterling must have landed a bunch of shots when he got a takedown.
That's true.
That must be it.
Total strikes 45 to 38. They were doing a lot of grappling there. Sterling has 1 out of 6 takedowns. And I think that's kind of like the thing that can sway your opinion of the round, of Sterling just chilling on his hands and knees with Cejudo on top of him. 1 out of 6 attempts. Cejudo gets the 1 attempt that he tries. And Cejudo's more control time too. Very close round. That was the toss-up round for us. And funny enough, like that was the toss-up round for us, and all 3 judges gave that to Cejudo.
I mean, looking at these stats, I feel like, I guess these stats for round 3 aren't super illuminating. Like, Aljo has 11 more significant strikes, but I don't know. I guess it's hard.
He has 11 more significant strikes, but dude, it's the 1 out of 6 takedown attempts for me. I think that's what sways the judges.
For round 3, like when he was on, yeah. No, I get it. Like the positions were better for Henry Cejudo round 3.
Right. And I think we both lean towards Cejudo a little bit. Cejudo did get the takedown at the end of round 3 as well. Round 4.
I think you are right. I think that was a clear Aljo.
I think it was a clear Aljo round. It's like almost outstruck him 2-1. And got the takedown at the end of the round. Like he failed 3 takedowns, but like he did get the 1. He's still out controlled. It's kind of funny. Like Sterling had less control time in every single round, even though you can argue he was more successful with takedowns than Cejudo was. But I still stand behind round 4 being a clear round for Sterling. And then we enter round 5. I don't know how you give round 5 to Sterling. Like, all of these rounds are close, but round 5, I think, is...
But round 5, yeah. Not only did Henry edge out the striking, he landed better strikes round 5, for sure, in my opinion.
Right.
And...
I think there's a case to be made he was landing better strikes the entire fight.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't even want to, like, open that can of worms. I'm just saying. The grappling was clearly favoring Henry Cejudo.
The grappling was clearly favoring him. I mean, he had the takedown. He had 48.
I'm calling robbery.
I think...
I don't know. I really think there's a case to be made. I still
Dude.
think there's a case to be made for either fighter.
This is the thing, though.
Looking at the stats, I'm like... And the scorecards that came out, I'm like, okay, the Aljo scorecards are just funky, which is part of the problem. And the stats make me feel a Henry round 3 way more, which makes me like think the case for Henry is pretty strong.
It's just this. I'm not gonna call the outcome itself a robbery, but I am gonna call some of these judging cards a robbery. Giving round 5 to Sterling is a straight up robbery. And if that was
Sterling is a robbery.
And if that was the round that determined who won the fight, then it is a robbery. Like, that's just the facts. Like, even if you can...
That's like it's kind of stupid thing. It's like, that's the round that determined the fight for, in this case for Derek clearly. But like any of them going any way would have determined the fight, right? It's a split decision where it's 48-47 split. So like any round switched could change.
The fuck? What just happened?
Your camera is probably like loosely connected.
No, my computer just like shut off.
Oh. Well, whatever. Let's call it here. Man, that was about to be so fun.
What is going on?
It was going to be so fun to watch Henry.
So wait, did he retire?
I think so. It kind of got interrupted by you, but I think you're tired.
Dude, how could you not listen to him pontificate about his legacy?
It was just like...
Oh my god.
Oh man, I got kind of like affected by that. Like,
Alright, dude. My computer's like phasing in and out. I need to call this shit.
Teferi cast Teferi's protection out.
Dude, it's just like shutting off and then turning back on.
Yeah, go ahead and restart. Let's mull it over. We'll continue this conversation later.
Yeah.
Hopefully the recording is still fine.
Well, I mean, it's being streamed on YouTube, so
Okay.
it's gonna be fine no matter what. Yeah, dude. I thought it was a great fight. I think there's definitely like shit to talk about. I just don't know. It's just like unfortunate the way. It just pisses me off that the judges still found a way to fuck it up. It's like such a close fight, and they still fucked it up. And like, yeah, you can't really say it's a robbery, but if you're gonna give, if Cejudo wins the coin toss, which is the third round, that he does on all three judges' scorecards, like that's a coin toss. But giving Sterling the second round and the fifth round on the two, like Sterling won the second round and the fifth round on the two cards that leaned towards him. Well, he won the second round on one of the cards and the fifth round on the other. It's just, it definitely like leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
It does. It really does.
Like, I wouldn't even be mad, but it's just like the fact that bad judging rears its ugly head again, even in a result I agree with. It's just really fucking up careers. Anyway, I'm excited. I know, Cejudo versus, or Sterling versus Volkanovski. Into it or not into it?
Cejudo versus Volkanovski?
No, Sterling versus Volkanovski.
Oh, no, I'm not into that at all.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I mean, I just, like, whatever. I'm not into it if it happens.
I mean, maybe Sterling can win. We saw Volkanovski get his back taken against Islam, but let's be honest, Islam has way better takedowns and back takes than Sterling does.
Look, if it happens, I'm definitely anticipating it, and I'm excited, I guess, but, like...
I don't see it.
Whatever. I guess sure, I'm into it. Part of the problem is that I don't think there are any good featherweight contenders.
I don't see Sterling being better at featherweight than he is at bantamweight. Like, anyway, yeah, let's call it. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and yeah, we'll probably just like be back with some breakdowns, interview reactions, shit like that. Oh, dude, Gilbert or MMA Guru is gonna have a fucking field day with Bilal. It's probably gonna be like, he just beat my favorite fighter by like punching him. What was he mad about Merab at for like?
For being an ugly short guy.
No, but like, why was he? What was the like actual fighting? He's like, Jan's used to having to fight people that actually want to fight him or something like that. So he's like, when Merab just tries to go for takedowns, he can't deal with it. What's he gonna say with Gilbert Burns? Gilbert Burns is used to fighting people that don't punch him in the face. So when he gets punched in the face, he can't deal with it. You know Guru's going to be like pissing himself about this fight. He hates Bilal. He calls Bilal like an ugly little like inbred bitch.
He's going to go for the inbred stuff again for sure.
Yeah.
Fucking retard. Alright, whatever, man. Fucking hell, dude. Ah,
I know, dude. I've just loved
That
like
scene was
all of Cejudo's shit so much this fight. Damn. Yeah, I mean, pretty good card. Predictions went well for the most part. It's just like, yeah, the end. I mean, even though the fight was great, I knew Sterling was gonna win too. I feel like I could tell from Bruce Buffer's demeanor. He didn't have the same energy behind it. Split decision though. I just can't believe that all three judges gave Cejudo round 3 and he still lost. Like, that's the caveat for me. I don't know, dude, fucking hell. I'm actually getting, like, the more I think about this, the more mad I'm getting. Like, I want these, because I just feel like Cejudo winning round 3 and losing round 5, and round 2 for that matter, demonstrates just like an utter lack of any sort of consistency from these judges. Like, do you agree with me?
Yeah.
They're just like, I want them to tell me why they scored it this way, because I don't see how Cejudo loses round 5 and like wins round 3. It's just,
What? Apparently Gilbert injured his shoulder in the fight?
I don't
For
get.
real?
I don't know. It's a Joe Rogan injury.
No, I mean, it was Joe Rogan did call it, but surprisingly, Joe Rogan was right.
That's hilarious. All right, dude, let's call this shit. We'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. See ya.
See ya.